I cannot wait till they go 6-11.
Week 1.
Yeah, 6.
25, averaging 20 plus points. That's only happened one other time in
I am.
It's our fault that we try to recognize talent.
I am, because talent does not win. The quarterbacks that he
still go to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game.
This is the place where sports beans collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inge. Joining me on the show, we have Shelton.
What's happening?
What's up? FIFO.
What it do?
And Spike.
What up, though?
I almost forgot your name, bro.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, I was struggling over there. But we're glad you guys are here with us. We appreciate it. It's what is it? It's a holiday week.
Yeah,
it's a holiday week. Markets will be closed Thursday.
Turkey Day.
Closing early at 1 p.m. Friday. So yeah. So, but we're here to definitely recap everything that went down last week, and also take a look ahead, a week ahead. But before I get into that, though, Andre sent a reminder. And he said that B said that if the Lions were 8-2 last week, he would come to the show with the ski mags.
Yeah.
I hope he is here. B is not here.
No. He said what he said, because I went back and watched that part. He said if they win Thursday, he said if they went 8-2 and they won Thursday, so he'll be out here after Thursday. That's what he said.
So
2 wins.
9-2?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So he counted Thursday too.
He pulled a shot, bro.
He did. He pulled a shot.
He did. Smooth ass shot.
He did.
That's why Sheldon was able to explain it. Sheldon was able to break it down.
Let me tell you why I went back and watched. I was like, who do we pick this week? Let me go back and see the picks. So I saw that part.
Just when he came on, you're right. That's funny.
That was at that point we was doing the picks when he walked through.
All right, cool. But anyway, we'll remind B. So I guess, and maybe because he knew he wasn't going to be in town, he included next week just as a backup plan. But we'll see. But let's jump into it, man. We're gonna keep you guys here waiting any longer. We ain't gonna bear the lead, man. We're gonna jump right into it. Monday Night Football. The Chiefs took a heartbreaking loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. And the question is. The Eagles, man, did they win this game or did KC give the game away? I got another question to follow up after this.
KC gave this one up. KC gave. Now, that's not to diminish what Philly did, because Philly definitely played a really good game. But the plays that were not made were the deciding factor in this game. It had nothing to do with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes did everything that we always expect of this man. Chips are down, back to the wall, and he makes every throw, he makes every play. But football is the ultimate team sport, and just because I throw a perfect pass doesn't mean that you're going to catch the perfect pass. And we saw MVS drop the go-ahead touchdown. I think I texted in our text thread where when I was watching, I want to say it was like 5 or 6 minutes left, and it was a 3rd and 5, and their backup tight end, I can't remember his name.
Noah Gray, I think.
It's not Gray. It was the other one. It was the other one.
The one that caught the touchdown. The one that caught the touchdown.
Yeah, earlier. So
I don't know him.
It was a 35.
He caught that over the shoulder.
The
big
pretty
play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a 35 inside route. Somebody draped on his back, and he saw the guy that was going to hit him right in his hands, and didn't get it. And in my head, I didn't text it, but in my head, I'm like, that's the game right there.
Yep.
That's the game right there, because they needed that first down to continue to drive, eat more clock, and score, because a field goal would have put them up. Once they didn't get that, I was like, all right, it's a wrap.
How much of the rain do you think?
It shouldn't have played anything.
Justin Watson, I'm sorry.
Justin Watson, yep, 100%. I'm saying, look, it's football. And at the end of the day, you play in the elements. Not every team does, but Kansas City knows that they do. And when the quarterback has zero issue, nobody else should have an issue. One drop pass, okay, I get it. Maybe you got to make an adjustments early in the game. Okay, damn, it's a little slicker than what I thought. But outside of that, it's football.
Gotcha.
You got to make the adjustment.
Shelton, when you saw that pass in the air that Mahomes threw to MVS, at what point did you realize it was going to be a drop when you realized it was MVS?
When I saw it was MVS. Ken, I promise you I'm not being funny. This guy drops more passes than anybody in football. I say it all the time. I was mad about that watching the game. Like, how was this dude in the league still? That was horrible. Yeah. And it's not fair to Patrick Mahomes. Nah. It's not fair whatsoever. Perfect throw. We can go back and look at the tape. We talked about this at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
He has no number one and no number two. Him and Sky Moore combined caught one pass for 4 yards. Jesus. One pass for 4 yards. Crazy. And they're the top two receivers. Now, Rashee Rice gets some burn, but he's a backup still.
Yeah, and Rashee Rice, they said it last night in the telecast. Out of all of his pass catches, only 5 were beyond 10 yards.
Yeah, they give
him screen type, short things and go wiggle and do what you do. Even Kadarius Toney.
He's a rich man's Kadarius Toney.
100%. So yeah, man, like watching that game last night, and I got to give props to Nick. I don't understand what they're doing with the talent around Mahomes because realistically, outside of that old line, who are they paying? Because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is about the
Jones. You talking about on the offensive side?
On the offensive side. On the offensive side, who you paying?
Kelsey.
Kelsey isn't even the highest paid tight end in the league. Mahomes ain't the highest paid quarterback in the league.
You let go of your top tackle. He's with the Bengals now.
Yep.
So
who are you paying? I had a lot of confidence in Kadarius Toney coming into the season. Oh, you got the off season, Bruh, trash. Like everybody that catches on that squad minus Kelsey is trash.
It's ultimately about arrogance, and we talked about that too. They're super arrogant. You got the best quarterback in the league. He can make anybody look good, but you can't. Them dudes out there got hands of stone. You cannot. And the bad thing about it is he threw a pick, so he's in that. He made a mistake. But the thing about that is it's okay if you're a quarterback to throw a pick sometimes. You should be able to make that up.
Make it up.
And he did. He can't. He has to be. He's the one quarterback in the league, the one that has to be perfect. If Patrick Mahomes is off, other than the saving grace of that defense, other than the saving grace of that defense, now the defense has stepped up big time this year as opposed to any other year. But the offense is suffering tremendously, and it didn't have to. You could have brought in several different receivers to play.
You could look at this point. Let's be honest, and I understand that he just had his first 100-yard game in like a year. And some
OBJ.
OBJ.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Let's be honest.
They could have kept Juju.
They could have kept Juju for that. They could have kept. Let's be honest. OBJ could have ran past the same way MVS did. And MVS is faster than OBJ.
No, I don't think OBJ can get open anymore.
Shit.
We see that?
Did you not see him?
He did it Sunday.
Yeah, did you not see him?
That's week 9. We didn't even know he was in the league until this last week.
Spite.
Come on now.
What I'm saying is this. We're not expecting OBJ to be the number one guy that we have the revisionist history of being. That's not the expectation. The expectation is to get open 3-4 times a game.
Yes. This team drops 9% of the passes thrown in them, which is by far the highest in the league.
26 total for the season, 6 more than the next team. Bro, that's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. And the fact that he can't rely on his outside weapons. I mean, you basically can stack the box. And Nick talked about something else, too, about this game that was very important. And not just this game, but the thing that the Chiefs suffer with. The thing that they suffer with is they run Pacheco in the first half. In the second half, they completely ignore him. They do it every single game.
Andy Reid been doing that his whole career. He's been doing that since Philadelphia, too.
I don't get it. I don't understand it, especially when the run is working. Yeah. If it's working,
Pacheco's
why are you
that guy.
abandoning it? Yeah,
Pacheco's that guy. Pacheco should be the number one back. Pacheco, I don't know if you can give him the ball 30 times a game, but can you give him 15 to 25 touches? Yes.
He needs it.
Because he could catch. Yeah. He runs hard as hell. Look, and I'm not saying he is this player, but I haven't seen a person run that hard since Marshawn Lynch, bro. Like somebody that's just like, hey, I'm running through you. Come on, you two, I'm gonna take you. Like he don't care. Like he runs literally with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
And he has speed, a lot of speed. Guys, let me just go down. I don't want to get hit. He's searching for contact. He is what you know what he is? He's not as good when he was the guy, but Kareem Hunt. He's their Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, he's a poor man's Eric Dickerson because he runs real high.
He does.
High legs. And,
he does.
And that high stepping boy, he's effective.
He is.
And he should definitely start. They should always start the second half with him running the ball. And the second part of that game that was the strongest on the offensive side was Patrick Mahomes scrambling.
Yep.
Other than that, he's in trouble. Travis Kelce is injured a little bit. I don't know if people noticed, but his ankle is still a little messed up. And, he got that Taylor Swift stuff going on.
Eagles had a good scheme for him, too.
They did.
No, they did.
They doubled it.
They had a really good scheme. To answer your question, I think the Chiefs lost this game more so than the Eagles won it. And with everything y'all are saying about the Chiefs, I still would pick them as the favorites in the AFC.
I do, too.
Even
Pat
seeing
Mahomes.
the people drop them passes, even seeing that Kelce may not be what he was last year, or he may just be going through a slump, I still think that they're the best team in the AFC, like you said, based off Patrick Mahomes. So, the Eagles played well, but y'all been, I don't even know what to call it.
Up and down. The Eagles been up and down.
They only got one loss, but so I can't say much, but y'all haven't looked good all season.
No, they have not. They have not put together a complete game, and that was a tough game. And I'll say that environment was, to come out with a victory was just as much. And they're not, the good thing about it is they're not pleased with it. But morally, there's no way expecting them to win that game. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but that stadium, I wouldn't even, imagine being in that place. That place was rocking all night.
It was a playoff game.
And every time the Eagles got the ball, it was deafening in there. You could hear it through the TV. I'm like, this is ridiculous for an NFL game. They don't go like that.
Yeah, the Chiefs probably got the number one home field advantage.
They do.
Yeah.
That was incredible. And the rain benefited the Chiefs because once again, you're at home. You can hear your cadences. Everything is going your way. They had every opportunity to win that game, but the Eagles deserve a lot of credit because in the second half, the defense always makes adjustments and they always make plays when they have to. Just when they have to. And that's both sides of the ball. They can have the worst game ever, but on that one drive, you can count on one of them two. He gonna get the ball to one of those guys. They're gonna make a play. And then you can count on the defense stepping up. Yep. They've done it the whole season.
It's something you said, Spike, that I want to touch on real quick. I agree they are still the favorites because of Pat Mahomes. The thing, when you watch it, like trying to describe it to somebody, you be like, no, you making that shit up. Like, no, you have to watch Pat Mahomes because he has the most uncanny ability to just get enough space. It's not like Lamar where it's like, oh, damn, he the fastest dude. He done shake and bake 3 guys and he making everybody look stupid. He makes people look stupid, but it's in a way that it's like, damn, you couldn't hit him? Oh, damn, you couldn't get an arm on him? Oh, you couldn't trip him up? And it's just like he just gets just enough every time. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It is. And it's like he knows. And Chris Collinsworth was talking about it. It's like, oh, he knows every angle. He knows everything. He does. It's like he does, bro. He does. It's ridiculous.
That's a fact.
Even that throw, and this wasn't even a run. The throw when he knew the safety, he had the last Hispanic last name. I can't think of his damn name. But their strong safety.
When he threw the pick?
No.
Blankenship?
No, Blankenship is the kicker.
That's
the white dude.
Safety.
All right, so Blankenship then. He was coming as a free runner. Pat Mahomes knew. He just looked at him. Threw the prettiest corner route to the tight end or somebody right over him. I'm like, bruh.
So you're not panicking?
No, when you got Pat Mahomes, you don't panic.
Shit, you do.
Who scares you on that side to dethrone him this year?
Shit, I had this to talk about later, but we can talk about it.
Let's talk about it now.
The goddamn Ravens. We need to start looking at Lamar Jackson. Like he has a better record. He has an elite defense that can be kryptonite to these guys that can't get open against bums. Why not them? We have a MVP. The AFC is down per Nick. Yeah. This is and Patrick Mahomes has no weapons.
Yeah, this is his best opportunity, Ken. But if you tell me that the game is 2020 and Mahomes got 2 minutes to go and 2 timeouts, they winning the game.
Right.
They wanted. If the shoe's on the other foot, I'm like, well, I don't know. Like I'm not as confident. I'm more confident with Mahomes.
If they had not gotten their asses kicked when we came in here and said they were the best team in the league the next week, and then last year when we started talking about them being the best team in the league, Lamar got hurt. The reason I feel like that, I'll speak for that I'm hesitant on them, is because I feel like something gonna happen. I feel like, not jinxing them, but something will happen with Lamar as far as not being able to be there. Something will happen where they'll get beat when we wasn't expecting them to get beat again. It's just like they could never seal the deal.
Then what does that say about Lamar? What does that say about this MVP that everybody's been screaming about?
It's the same thing you said about him before. Wasn't it you that said that he, like, the fourth quarters come and we see a different? That was you, right?
Yeah.
It's true. At time in the fourth quarter, that's when we see a lot of mistakes being made. That's when you see teams like the Cleveland game was the perfect example. Cleveland was out of that game. That game was over. I turned it. I stopped watching it because there was no real need to continue to watch this game. You flip back over and it's like, okay, they scored again. And you look, he throws a pick, and it's like, oh, they scored again.
So Lamar's not clutch.
It don't look like it.
He's
not appearing to be that way.
So a lot of these
and
guys,
especially Ken, if you're talking about seeing him versus Patrick Mahomes, I wouldn't ever.
Yeah. A lot of these guys are front runners.
I see him beat Lamar.
A lot of these, 90% of the quarterbacks in the league right now are front runners. Yep. And I say that because when it's the league sunny days, everybody can you stand the rain? Most of them can't. We know Patrick Mahomes can.
It might be 95%.
No, I was going to say 98.
I would say 98%.
It's only two. It's Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow.
And Burrow. That's it.
Jalen Hurts.
Nah.
You can never.
Patrick Mahomes and Jay Burrow. That's it, bro.
Jalen Hurts. Now,
because his skill set,
Jalen Hurts is the most clutch in the league. Third down, playing from behind with a lead. He's been down every game this year,
right?
His
skill set isn't as good as that. That's why you can't put him in that 98%, at 2 percentile that we're talking about.
No.
He ain't got the skill set, Sheldon. You know that. You look at him like we do.
He's come back in every game this year. You can't put him in a category
with Joe Burrow and Patrick.
He's come back in every game this year. You can't put Joe Burrow in there. Where did Joe Burrow come back from?
Joe Burrow been doing it since his senior year at LSU.
What did he come back from?
That's what he been doing, winning.
We ain't talking about winning. We talking about answering the call and answering the bell to adversity. Which one of these quarterbacks come back the most?
Before he got hurt.
What
Joe
game?
Burrow. I would say Joe Burrow does.
Let's look
Since
at
LSU.
Look. Based off of the numbers, you got to put Jalen Hurts in the conversation.
Yes.
Are you confident in it? I know I'm not.
Why would you?
Only Shelton is.
Why would you not be?
Bro, you can't put Jalen Hurts in a conversation with Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow.
Because he's proven it this season.
He proves it every game. He's been down in all these games.
He don't, man.
He drives them down the field and scores the winning touchdown.
He just happens to play on the best team like he's been playing on the best team since he was at Alabama. That's just what it is.
You can't do that.
I'm not saying that he's not talented, and I'm not saying if there's another tier right below those two, that he wouldn't be on that. But I know he ain't up there with Joe.
The reason why you can't say Joe Burrow is because you tell me the signature comeback win from Joe Burrow.
What's Hurts?
What game? Which one? He just came back on the last one, didn't he? Did he just not do it?
That was signature.
So
that was
the
signature?
Eagles.
He was.
The Eagles have 6. This is 2023 season, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Eagles have 6 comeback wins this season. 2 fourth quarter comeback wins this season. So if that's the case, we're gonna put Kenny Pickett in there.
Yeah, he clutch.
Yes,
he's in there too.
Comeback wins.
No, because he's gotten outgamed.
No.
He's gotten outgamed.
Comeback wins. Four. He has 4 more comeback wins.
We ain't talking about
than Jalen Hurts.
See, we confusing this conversation. It's not a conversation about who's the most talented. None of that. We're saying who the most clutch. When the game is on the line, the ball is in your hands. Are you gonna be able to drive your team down the field and score a touchdown?
So let me ask you this. So do you feel Tim Tebow in the NFL was clutch then?
Tim Tebow was
He won that game.
Won a playoff game.
He won 8 games.
He won like 8 straight games. No,
Thank you.
8 straight.
And he came back in the fourth. So look, the reason why I bring him up is because, and I understand your argument, and you make a valid point. You can't conflate different topics to throw it into one piece of gumbo. I agree. About clutch, in my opinion, isn't just quote unquote winning the game. Because to me, Kenny Pickett he's making 2 or 3 throws and it's winning the game, but I don't believe that.
He's not keeping them in every game.
He's not keeping them in every game. That's the difference between him and Jalen Hurts. So if you want to throw Jalen Hurts there as number 3, I'll stomach
He's
it
number 2. And the only reason I'm going to say 2, the only game you can say Joe Burrow came back on, the only game we talking about this year, the only game you can say Joe Burrow came back on was Seattle. He won that game 17-13. I watched that game. And
You've been watching Joe Burrow since
he came
LSU.
back. Yeah, I've been watching him, but
You know
he
he
came
bad.
back. He showed him. Let's talk about the games this year. He played the Browns. Browns beat him 24-3. He had no answers. Ravens beat him 27-24. Lamar came back on him. They beat the Rams 19-16. It was an okay game. And the Titans, Tennessee, with their situation, beat them 27-3.
What are you trying to say?
No.
I'm saying that there's no clutch wins. That's it. We just talking about. We're not talking about talent. No. We ain't talking about talent. Joe Burrow is up there. I'm not tripping off his talent at all. We're just talking about being clutch this year in the NFL.
Well, Russell Wilson got 4. We're gonna get to them in a second. Browns got 3 comeback, fourth quarter comebacks. These are just fourth quarter comebacks.
Yeah.
So these are good stats, but there's other stuff you got to add into it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Spike.
Did they know it? They see it too.
I'm not buying this Jalen Hurts stuff.
Hey man, proves in the pudding. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, well, I don't like pudding.
Men and women lie. Numbers don't.
Yeah, but stats, you can make stats say anything.
Whatever you want.
Nah,
to.
you can't.
Anything,
Just make
yes,
the story.
You can.
Just make the story.
No, when I took statistics, I've seen. I know you can manipulate stats to say whatever, bro. You can make them numbers tell whatever story you want to tell.
Just know what you want to say. Exactly.
Y'all watch the game.
But yeah, no, I think he has a great situation. I think you said it best. He's taking advantage of a situation he's put in, and it is what it is. But yeah. So my thing is, I think there is time to panic in Kansas City. I think that for me, this is Lamar Jackson's year. It's Super Bowl the bust for him. You got to get to the Super Bowl this year. Patrick Mahomes is a wounded animal out there right now, running around limping.
You're right.
You cannot, because what if they make improvements to the roster next year, and then he gets receivers that all he needs is one, really.
Just one.
Yeah, all he needs is
You
one.
get him one, then your window is gone.
And then you get Joe Burrow coming back next year. You got could be Aaron Rodgers. That's when everything changes.
Brandon Staley getting fired, the Chargers getting a legit head
That
coach.
should have happened Sunday.
So let me ask you this, Ken. Who is the second team? Say the Ravens don't pull it off. Who else is a threat to Kansas City in the AFC to you? It's got to be, for them to panic, it's got to be more than one threat.
Hold on, because I was looking at this today when we were having our discussion.
Because if it's one team, they ain't got to panic from that. If we just got to beat one team, then that's possible.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Probably the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not concerned about the Dolphins.
I wouldn't be concerned about the Dolphins because they haven't proven anything in a big game this year.
Jalen Ramsey been he
been balling.
Yeah,
He been
Jalen
balling.
Ramsey been
But
balling.
every
That defense
test
is
though,
getting better.
Ramsey couldn't play anymore.
I didn't think
He
was
just got back.
He just
2 picks.
Thought he was washed. We sit up
Yeah,
here
I
and
think
say
everybody thought he was washed.
Not me, by the way.
Whatever.
I do no. I used to argue with y'all and everybody in the damn chat.
I thought he was, and the only reason I thought he was because he was already declining before the injury.
didn't look like he must didn't want to play. Where was he at in LA?
He was in Green.
Yeah. It was over with. But what I'm saying is,
the Dolphins I would say are probably the next most threatening.
What
team.
about the Bills if they get there right?
the Bills will be more concerning to me than the Dolphins. And the only reason, like I said, when the two teams, even when they went head to head, the Dolphins were no match for a contender like that. Every top team they play, they struggle.
Yeah, to me, the Bills. I've been steadfast on this point. Is they're imploding. They are literally imploding, and I don't believe that when come playoff time, you want to play your best football going into playoff time. They have not played their best football at all, and I don't see them improving. What can we say that is better week to week?
Tua's been more consistent
Than Josh.
than Josh Allen too.
I give you that. My thing with Miami is this: they have an identity, but they are finesse, and we know that when it comes playoff time, big boys got to be big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, Jalen Ramsey definitely changes that secondary in Miami, but up front, they're not getting pressure like that. They're not scary. I think the teams that win championships and are real threats in the playoffs, they're scary. Scary is by definition a little bit different for every one of these teams. The reason the Chiefs are scary is because of Pat Mahomes. Shit, we could be up by 15 points with 10 minutes to go, and he gonna beat us, right? That's scary. You know that if he has the ball with any type of time and timeouts, you're gonna lose. You look at shit. Ain't nobody really scary like that. You know, in my opinion, outside of them in the AFC, you look at the NFC, the fucking Philadelphia Eagles. That whole roster is talented. They're scary by the whole, the sum of its parts. You look at the 49ers, they're scary by the sum of their parts. You know, but you look at some of these other teams, it's like nobody else is scary. Lamar can scare you a little bit with the legs, but come week 16, 17, 18, playoff time, are the legs gonna be as fresh?
I think the Dolphins' offense is scary like that. We seen them put up 70 earlier this year.
Yeah,
we know
but what happened after that?
I mean, but we know that scheme can put up points in a hurry, and we know they got a lot of speed. But I do agree with you, though, the finesse part, if they got to go playoffs, if they got to go to Kansas City, then we're talking about a different game. They got to go to Buffalo, we're talking about a different game.
If they got to go play in inclement weather.
Yeah, anything like that. You're right, absolutely right. But I do think that scary part of them that you're talking about is that offense. The offense was, it's fast. It's no faster offense in the NFL.
Oh, no, 100.
If it's a shootout, can Kansas City keep up?
Hell no. Not this season.
Because they'll probably be able to keep up with, theoretically, the Ravens because they don't really have that prolific of an offense. But, I mean, I know they beat them earlier, but...
Yeah, and the Ravens' #1 pass catcher is out for the season. Mark Andrews out. So...
Yeah, but you got an MVP. Like,
no, I understand that, but the MVP's #1 target is out.
But he's still the MVP.
Shit, Pat Mahomes is still a former MVP. If Travis Kelce don't play, what that look like? We saw everybody
MVP
else
finding a way to win. That's the most valuable player.
We've seen what the Chiefs defense can do to Miami's offense. And they won 21-14, and one of those touchdowns came off a hit of Tyreek Hill. Matter of fact, the guys that I think they traded for him, one made the strip and the other one ran it back. But that defense that Kansas City has is going to keep them in games, and it's going to make a difference. They are scary. Chris Jones, to me, watching that game against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, that's a monster right there, bro. Yeah. And he deserves a lot of credit at D tackle. To me, he's the #1 defensive tackle in the league right now.
Yeah. He's #1.
And that makes his disruptiveness makes all the difference in the world. Yep. Those guys, Snead, they get a lot of penalties, but they're aggressive. And sometimes that's going to come with being aggressive. Yep. So I just give that defense a lot of credit that they can make things happen. Allot that offense enough time to make some plays. If they could have made 1 or 2 plays, they could have won that game.
So y'all don't have the Ravens as favorites to come out of the AFC?
No.
Especially because they lost Mark Andrews, too. Yeah. They lost Mark Andrews.
Losing Mark Andrews is huge.
It's big.
Patrick Mahomes lost his whole damn offense.
But we talking about Patrick Mahomes on another stratosphere. If it was any other, and I'm saying this, any other quarterback in the league in this situation.
Could I argue that Patrick Mahomes losing his weapons brings him down closer to the rest of the team?
You know why?
Because he
makes every play. He still makes every play.
He still makes the plays.
It's on them to make the catch.
But they're not making the catch. We're seeing that.
But it's still scary.
But that don't bring Mahomes down.
Yeah,
like we seen that last night.
He brought him down last night.
He could make it
brought him down to a loss.
He could make it that catch MVS missed, which we know he misses a million of them. He could have made that against the Ravens, or could have made it. He could have made it against the Eagles. What I'm saying is, he had an opportunity to make that play, and the next time he may make it.
But they're not making the plays.
When you say bring them down, you mean like a loss. You're not talking about Mahomes
No, I'm talking about
looking bad, right?
I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes' level of play is leaps and bounds above everybody else when motherfuckers can catch the fucking ball. When you're not dropping wide open touchdowns.
It was still leaps and bounds last night, though.
Exactly, and that's the reason why you have to have context. Because Pat Mahomes' stat line could look like 18 for 36, but they had 10 drops.
Wait a minute. Y'all were confident that Patrick Mahomes was going to drive down the field and win?
Yes.
100% was.
100%.
Oh, not me.
Yes.
Shit.
Not me.
I wasn't.
I say this.
I wasn't either.
I say
Once
this.
again, it is not because of him. I'm with you, Ken. It's not because of him. It's because of what they got on the weapons he has to have. You got to be able to make big plays, and I had no confidence in those guys making big plays.
And that's what I'm saying. So if those guys can't make plays and they're in the playoffs, MVS in the playoffs? We're talking playoffs? Come on, man. Sky Moore in the playoffs? Are y'all serious?
Hopefully, for Patrick Mahomes' sake, Rashee Rice is more caught up on the offense and ready to make a play at that point.
Put him out there, man. Let the man learn.
He need to learn under fire at this point.
He's the best. He's damn near
the
the best.
best.
That's it.
Outside of Kelce.
outside of Kelsey and Pacheco, and maybe even ahead of Pacheco a little bit, he's that guy. When he touches the ball, he makes something happen. Every time.
Yep.
So I don't understand it. You really got to explain to me.
Andy Reid's arrogance. I think everybody's been lauding him as this genius coach, and he's looked great. Mm-hmm. But now you also are devoid of talent. What are you going to do? Yeah. Where's the scheme match? Where's this Andy Reid offense that everybody was talking about all these years ago? Yeah. Where is that?
I told you they hired that dude from the Bears, man, Matt Nagy.
Oh, who else is gone from the Chiefs?
Airbnb.
It look a little different. It look a little different. So whose offense was it? Because damn near he got Sam Howell out there looking like somebody. Yeah. Even though we know he ain't. Yeah. So I'm just saying, man, everything for me is on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson. If you don't get to there, I tell you, better get there, bro.
I agree with your premise that this is the year. I just don't think he can do it.
I agree everything with what you said. He has the most pressure out of any AFC quarterback in the league right now.
He should.
This is the year.
Deservedly so.
We ain't seen Lamar Jackson second half of the season in about 3 years.
At least 3 years. Like if he's playing in December, I would be.
His season over by now.
Thank the football gods if he's playing in December, bro.
Yeah, the only time to wrap it up by now. So we're gonna see what he can do.
Yeah, like the chat said, I guess Mahomes don't make everybody better.
Make that.
There's only but so much a quarterback can do. Look, it's not like Mahomes is throwing passes where you have to reach for some of them. No, he's literally putting it on you. If
he throwing dimes.
He throwing dimes.
That 4th and 25, Watson. It hit his hand.
He could have caught that. He could have caught that.
You catch that and just fall down, bro. That's a first down.
Yeah.
So
Drive's still alive.
So it's literally not on Mahomes. Like there's nothing else he can do. He's doing everything perfect.
He can throw it himself.
Who else has been perfect so far?
Who's that?
Mike Tomlin.
The goddamn. Nah, we ain't talking about him, bro. We ain't talking about him. I ain't even dealing with any of this stuff. We skipping right over that, bro. They did fire their OC, but
Matt Canada.
Yeah, Matt Canada. So I don't even.
Still.
Tomlin can't hire offensive coordinators to save his life. Yeah. But anyway, anyway, we ain't talking about that right now. The Broncos. Let's talk about somebody that has turned around their season. They're on a 4-game winning streak after starting the season 1-5. Yeah. Russell Wilson, is he up for comeback player of the year? Are we having a conversation about that yet?
They give you comeback for being sorry?
Yeah,
I thought it was some
they
do. They do it. So if you were sorry one year and good the next year, okay, I thought it was injury, like he was out for another reason.
No,
he probably will win that then.
No, he won't.
Nah.
He
got the highest touchdown to interception ratio over the last 6 weeks.
It don't nothing. They don't mean much. If you once again watching these games, that defense and some of the plays that are made, they're timely plays, but he's still a shell of himself, regardless. Watching him play is still not. It's not impressive.
It's funny when you watch Jalen Hurts play that you don't see he ain't as good as you think he is, but you see Russell Wilson winning 4 straight games, and you're like, oh well, hey man, it don't look right. It don't make sense.
I told you, Jalen looks hurt. It looks like something wrong with Jalen, but Russell don't look hurt.
I'm talking about the skill
Russell
set.
Looks confused.
He does. It don't look great. I will agree with you there, but they are finding a way to win games.
19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah,
highest ratio. Yep. It looks a lot better than it did, but it don't look like it did in Seattle. I will agree with you there, but he won ugly at his prime. The Seahawks were known for winning ugly games. That's what they did.
I just felt like a sense of danger when he had the ball in his hands. Like he gonna mess up. I don't feel that with the Broncos. I mean, they make plays like Sutton makes some awesome catches. Jerry Jeudy even came alive this week. That was something, but he was fired up.
We got to give Sean Payton some credit too.
You have to.
I had him on my coaches, and I looked bad early for having him on my top 5 coaches when we did it.
Yeah.
But now I think that he's figured out what he needs to tell Russell Wilson not to do. I think he was trying to tell him what to do and thinking that Russell's skill set was comparable to someone like a Drew Brees and he could pull off the stuff that Sean Payton wanted him to do. Now I think Sean Payton has figured out, I just got to tell him, hey, you can't do this. Hand the ball off, throw that 4-yard pass, throw that 3-yard out. I don't want you doing any of the stuff that I thought you could do. I don't want you doing that anymore.
Right.
And I think that's really beneficial. So when you're talking about comeback player of the year, Ken, Russell's been able to adapt. His stats are good. His team is winning. I don't see why not.
These were impressive wins. The win over Kansas City, the win over Buffalo. I mean, you want to throw Minnesota in there, you can. Green Bay in there, you can.
Minnesota, you can still put them
Playoff
in.
team.
That team is
Minnesota
playing well.
playoff team.
They play well that game.
To me, Spike,
trash.
to some of the things that you're saying, a relationship isn't necessarily built overnight, right? And we're talking about a historically bad situation where you get this quarterback that was dangerous, and then he comes to a situation, you pay him all of this money without throwing one ball for this particular organization, and it looks bad. And I knew it looked bad week 1 last year.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about not going for it, like on, what was it, 4th and 5, 4th and 4 to win the game, and you pay a quarterback $200, whatever million that you gave Russell Wilson at the time. That's the reason why you go get a Russell Wilson, right? Because you don't go for it with Drew Lock in that situation. All that being said, he does look better. And I agree with Shelton where I think what it is age is starting to catch up with him, right? Because he definitely was a lot more spry, more versatile, able to get out of certain situations and then make that play. For a long time, to me, Russell Wilson had the prettiest deep ball in the league.
He did.
He threw it up, he'd go way up there and drop right in the breadbasket. It's not like that no more, right? And he's not using his feet as effectively as he once did. And to me, it just looks a little bit more like age, because it wasn't like Russ was Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson. It wasn't like, oh, he a burner. And then when you slow down, you can still be wiggle. He was there. He was barely, past that threshold, and now he just looks older.
Right.
And I think that with athletes that age and are not elite level athletes, they have to figure out, okay, what's old man game? And I think with Sean Payton, it's like this is what old man game looks for you, and I got you, my guy.
Yep.
Trust me, and we're gonna get you to this point. And I think that that's what we're starting to see. But that's not devoid of the wide receivers, because Jerry Jeudy has been atrocious all fucking year. All year. And for him to go back and forth with Steve Smith like that, to have feeling a type of way, you got to look yourself in the mirror, bro. Because Steve Smith, everything he spit was facts. You're a first round pick.
But I don't think it was that. I think it was the fact that Steve Smith was coming to talk to him. Like, if you say that about me, keep that same energy. It's basically what he said. Don't come up shaking my hand, bro. Like, it ain't.
But you know what, though? Look, Spike, everybody on this stage is a little bit older now, right? When we was all young.
Jerry Jeudy not, though. That's my point.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one of his vets should have hollered at him. And
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, Steve Smith isn't saying these things to tear you down. He's putting a mirror in your face and being like, hey, bro, I can help you.
Right.
I don't think I'm standing on a different side of you than that, because I think looking at that younger generation, it's more on Steve Smith to have his critique more professional than it is for Jerry Jeudy to respond as a professional.
I agree with
the way he said that. Of course, someone who's been an elite athlete their whole life, and usually people are praising them, and maybe he is struggling, who knows what's going on with him. You hear that, like, you gonna get up, like, what are you talking about? And then I see you and you walking up, hey man, how's it nice? Like, get out of my face, bro. If I'm a kid. Now you're right, if I'm Steve Smith and I'm older and us, of course you're gonna listen, you're gonna, you may have a bad day or whatever, but I could see Jerry Jeudy reacting that way, and I wouldn't put much blame on him.
No, I would think that in most cases you saying, man, you could have called me, and now if you called me telling me what you can do to help me to get my game there.
Yeah, or
that's
even
different.
if it's your job, do it in a way where you're not being disrespectful. Steve Smith has been a little disrespectful.
And then he even came back and said he didn't know he was trying to apologize.
No, 100%. But my thing is this: if and I understand that he's younger, but if anybody watched Steve Smith, we know what the type of analyst he is.
That's probably the prerequisite with Jeudy. Like, oh, he really got me. He ain't gonna do me like he do everybody else. You know how kids are, bro. Judy's 22 years old.
Masin Muhammad and the elder statesman couldn't talk to Steve Smith like that.
Yeah.
They couldn't talk about him, even though he was a dog. There was times he had bad games.
Yeah,
and if they
100%.
said something about him, he'd have taken it personally.
did the same thing.
He did the same thing because that's who he is.
And I would have been a little bit more forgiving, Steve Smith, if he hadn't went and like doubled down after like he went back on TV and damn near was like, "I'll fuck him." Like, come on,
he
bro.
tore him up.
Yeah, he did.
And then he dropped the mic on it too.
Yeah, he dropped the mic and walked off. It's good TV. I like it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm
But
saying?
at
But
the
I can
end-
see Jerry Judy's point.
But at the end of the day, when you are such a high draft pick and they win and got a franchise quarterback, and now it's like, okay, now you have an opportunity to show what you got, then you got to show what you got.
Correct. I agree
And,
100%.
and on the field, it's not there. It's not there. And then the other one too, Courtland Sutton is starting to show a little bit more now. But
You're right.
up until this point, everybody on that offensive side, including Sean Payton, looked very questionable. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, they look a lot better, but they're still nowhere near the potential that they should be at. Like, Courtland Sutton should be a top 10, top 15 wide receiver in the league with Russell Wilson. Jerry Jeudy should have his first 1,000-yard season with Russell Wilson this year. And he's nowhere near that. He's not going to hit 1,000.
Right. But how much of that is on Russell?
You know
All
what?
of it.
All of it last season, some of it this season. But it's also now that they're catching a stride, it's on Jerry to step up too. Jerry got to step up. He got to make plays. That's what they pay you to do.
Nico Dell said some of y'all owe Sean Payton an apology.
I had him on
I
my
don't
top
either.
5
I
list.
don't.
Nico
I don't
Dillon.
think he's still overrated. He's still trash.
I still say he was a good coach.
So he just catches some lucky breaks.
It takes time.
They go into the playoffs. They go into the playoffs. It look
We got
like.
time to get him out of there. Before we go to the next thing here, I don't tweets open doors. I don't want to hear no excuses about the Chiefs receivers. Y'all knew they were trash all season, yet you still picked them to win. Give the Eagles credit.
They win in their division.
That has to say a lot about Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley is garbage.
Shout out to Nico Dell, who's a new
done.
member too.
He's
by the way.
garbage.
Out of here.
The way he responded to that reporter shit.
Oh man. Oh man.
Let's see. So we also have a video. We're gonna hear from Nick. So we're gonna go ahead and get that prepped up. And you ready? All right. Let's see what the brother got to say. He's making that appearance. What we got to hear from Nick? What Nick got to say,
Hollywood
bro?
Nick.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nicky Duce. Well, I'm feeling like Nicky Duce because this is another edition of Working Title. Who deserves the disrespect? Shout out to Dead End Sports. This week, I would probably lean towards the Mike Tomlin situation as far as in Pittsburgh, them losing to a nigga with 3 last names who's a backup QB to Mr. Nasty Man. But that's for another week. But right now, after coming off this Monday Night Football game, the number one thing that I noticed, and it's something that I called early, was Patty ain't got nobody to throw to. You know what I'm saying? And this week, and who deserves the disrespect, it's the GM and the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. Because why the hell are they wasting, I'm telling y'all this right now, they wasting Patty's time. They underpaying him, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones. Those are the only 3 niggas that they underpay. They're underpaying all 3 of them. All 3 of them literally are the reason why they won Super Bowls. The last 2. Well, the only 2. And they gave him a butcher, a baker, and candlestick maker to throw to. That game we saw Monday night is the reason why the Chiefs will not win the Super Bowl this year. They can't. They don't have the talent, and they're wasting Patty's youth. They wasting him. And we see it. We're literally watching it. I just want y'all to know I was first to call it. That's who deserved the disrespect.
Hey.
Well, there you have it. Yeah. He called it. I think it goes both ways to a certain degree. I mean, he's right. They don't have weapons. The weapons cost them the game, but yet somehow, somewhere, they're still 7-3.
I was about to say, wasting his youth is a crazy term, being that they won the Super Bowl last year. And they're the favorites to win it again this year.
Are they still the favorites?
Absolutely.
I don't know if they're the favorites anymore.
I get
it.
it.
The only reason I would say that, like I said, for the fact that we talking about what we talk about now, even if not the Eagles, to me, I still would put some of the other teams ahead of them. And once again, it's just because of his weapons. But he's right in a sense. Like,
damn, they still are the
I
favorites.
told y'all I don't agree with that. How is he right and how are they wasting his youth if they lead in their division, they won the Super Bowl last year, and they're the favorites to win it this year?
Along with, well, it's a tie, but along with the Eagles and the 49ers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Glock.
We'll talk about him
Those
in a
are the
second.
three best.
Dallas
top
probably
to
four.
bottom.
Shit.
We are.
Jalen, you created a graphic for this Tomlin thing, bro. This still his topic.
We're going to start calling him.
All right, fine.
We're going to start
We'll go
calling
to
him
it.
Agenda
We'll go
Nick.
to it next. God damn.
That's his new nickname, Agenda Nick.
Because I don't want to waste the man work. You know, he put in all the effort and stuff to make the show look good. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. And to a certain degree, I feel like this needs to be talked about anyway. So the Steelers took an ugly loss to the Cleveland Browns on the road. As we mentioned earlier, they got rid of Matt Canada. With the AFC now being more wide open due to injury, should the Steelers be looked at as a playoff team? And I'm going to answer right out the gate. I still say no. As I've said on this program before, they've been overachieving and managing to win games that they should not have won. I did not have them as a playoff team. I don't recall coming into this season. So there's still some unknowns for me. Kenny Pickett, yeah, he has great comeback wins in spite of what happened last week, but, we don't know what he is. He looks mediocre. He's probably the reason why he has to make all these damn comebacks because he's so bad.
Yeah.
So for me, no. But what I will say is there is absolutely no way in hell they should have lost again. I don't give a damn if it is on the road. I don't give a damn if it is against the top defense one of the top defenses in the NFL. This is a rookie, right? DTR?
Yes, he is.
He is a rookie. Late round pick.
And he played atrocious in the last game.
Yeah. This is an absolute horrible loss.
It is.
To lose to a guy like that and then to blame it on the offense. You can't manufacture offense. That defense should have been eating this man alive. Some kind of way. So that defense, y'all deserve some blame for this. Because you already know what the offense is. Yeah. But it's a rookie out there, bro. You gotta confuse the shit out of him. And to be honest and to be fair, because I'm very realistic. Tomlin is a defensive guy. That's his job. So nah, bro. To me, this loss wasn't on Matt Canada. This loss is more on Mike Tomlin because if you got a rookie out there that has an initial DTR, then yeah, he should have been out of there, bro. This game shouldn't even been close.
Well, the only reason and I'm not shooting none of them no bail because they should have won the game. I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Is there was no passing touchdowns in this game.
That's crazy.
None.
In the NFL.
In 2020.
2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown on each side, and both were rushing touchdowns. It just wasn't much offense at all. The defense held. If I hold you to 13 points, we should win the game. And that's pretty much any team. So for that, I do give the defense a pass because at some point they got to rely on this offense to put the ball in the end zone. And you got enough weapons on offense to be able to do that. We look at Pickett. We got to look at Pickett. We blame Matt Canada. And now that he's gone, who's next? It's Pickett. So until then,
They got Pickett for 2 more seasons, bro. And yeah, I mean, I understand they held the Browns to 10 points. But the Browns damn near averaged that any damn way. They probably should have had 3 points and shouldn't even goddamn score.
Right.
And more importantly, it's the 4th quarter and this man going to drive the winning business. No, fuck all that, bro. Like at that point, you really should have been dialed into what he was doing and to be able to lock him down. So yeah, nah.
They were
bro.
tired as hell though, Ken. They had been out there all day.
Okay, okay.
They have been playing football all day long.
Valid,
Yeah.
because the offense couldn't get shit going on.
Right.
I got it.
Yeah, you be suffering. And that defense is that, Pittsburgh's defense is really, really a good defense. But it's tough. We all know it's the NFL, and it's really, really tough to maintain throughout. Now, you would hope that they would have tightened up on that last drive, but
I think they did the right job. The right thing in getting rid of Matt Canada, and I think Pickett can be safe. I think next season, or whoever they replace Canada with, Pickett has enough of a clutch gene. We talked about his comeback wins.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets a good offensive mind around him, I still think that his career could be saved and he could look better. I think that offense was too stagnant. It was stale. Everybody knew what was coming. It never looked innovative. And the reason that he was so good in the fourth quarter because they got to improvise a lot more. Like it was off script. We're not going on this bullshit Matt Canada stuff. Let's go try to win the game. And he excelled at that. Mm-hmm. So I think he put him in front of a good offensive coordinator. They do better. I do think they'll go to the playoffs this year. If the playoffs were to start today, they would be playing the Dolphins in the first round.
So they're going to be looking for a quarterback after next year.
They should be looking for one this upcoming draft because here's the thing, Spike. When I look at Kenny Pickett, what's special about him? Like nothing jumps off the screen saying, "Ooh, this is nice. This is salvageable." He's not elite or even really good at running. His arm talent is very mediocre at best. It's not like he has big stature in the pocket. You know, like what is it that you see?
Clutch. You asked me what it was I saw. I see him winning games in the fourth quarter. I see that.
But you know what, though? I also see somebody getting outgained. I see somebody.
That ain't his fault, though.
I'm not putting all of the blame on him. But great quarterbacks overcome bad OCs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he's a great quarterback.
I don't know about that.
Shit.
I don't know about that. I think a great OC can make the quarterback better.
100%.
Right.
But the opposite can be true.
Who? Give me an example. I have never seen a bad OC in it. Like
I'll put it to you like this, right? It didn't matter who the OC was. Tom Brady was still going to do what he do.
But it looked better, and they were more successful when it was McDaniels.
Yeah, but they still won championships without him.
I don't know. I think they when he left, they wasn't winning. Then when he came back, they started winning again.
No, I understand, but shit, he went to the Bucks and won the championship year one.
Okay,
right.
I'll give you that, but that's the greatest quarterback ever. So
okay,
give me
Pat Mahomes would be enemy.
The second greatest quarterback. That's what I'm saying. It gotta be. So it has to be an extreme case where the quarterback is going to be able to.
100%. No, it is an extreme case, and I do agree where OC can elevate somebody, right? Like Tua. We saw what Mike McDaniel's doing with Tua. Mm-hmm. But the thing is as good as Tua has had, like this season, when I asked the same question and we put the spotlight on Tua, it's like, okay, well, what makes him special? Quick release, and he's accurate, right? Everything else is very questionable. Like, he's not that mobile. You're going to get ran down by a D lineman, bro. You're not outrunning D lineman. He doesn't have the biggest arm in the world. With Kenny Pickett, yeah. But are you going to win a Super Bowl? No. So that's why you shouldn't take another year to invest in somebody that is mediocre at best. See, now, and here's the thing. The reason why Tua is in a slightly different situation is because they went and drafted Jalen Waddle. They went and got Tyreek Hill and paid him. So now they have weapons. So they're elevating the talent around the mediocre quarterback. And now the mediocre quarterback looks like he's good, if not on the precipice of the next level. But Kenny Pickett and the Steelers are far, in my opinion, from that. George Pickens is nice. Deontay Johnson,
nice. He's nice.
He's been up and down, and that's not all him. That's not all him.
He's nice.
He's nice. Running game.
Warren,
it's nice. Warren and Najee. Warren is nice.
Warren is good.
Warren is really good.
I'm telling you, man, that was Matt Canada. Like, they got the tools.
Warren is what Tony Pollard
I think
was.
Everybody in that offense was confused, not just Kenny Pickett. Like everybody, and it just happened. Like when they were playing off script. I do think Kenny Pickett. I'm not saying that he's a world beater or anything like that, but I would put him in the same class as. Well, he hasn't had the success yet, but as a tool, like he's average. He's average. Right. So I feel like that he still has the opportunity. And if he doesn't do it with a good OC, then I would be on your side. But I still think that he has the opportunity to learn and play off his skill set to be average or even good in this league.
I don't think it's going to change shit. I don't think firing Matt Canada and then hiring these two coaches, Sullivan and somebody else, and then splitting their duties between the two is going to do anything. It's going to change anything. I really don't, and I want to see it.
Can they play the Bengals next with no Joe Burrow. After that, they play the Cardinals. Then they play the Colts. Then they play the Bengals again.
So they got a shot.
5 straight wins.
I do not trust them in any of those games. Bro.
I get what you're saying.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I first of all, I got to see what this offense look like without Matt Canada. Are you going to really be pushing the route down the field? With Najee Harris still can't fucking run.
Right.
You know, George Pickens. You got an elite. You got 2 receivers. George Pickens is looks like he could be pretty good.
Yep.
Deontay Johnson can get open when he's healthy. So what do you? Pat Freiermuth is a fairly good.
Yeah, he's a good
tight
Just
end.
came back. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got things. So what are they going to do differently? I need to see it on the field. I need to see the product.
I think we'll see it. They're going to have a better scheme. They have to. It can't go worse than Matt Canada.
But the only thing
that was
I'm-
the worst
I'm-
offense in the league.
I'm afraid of is you got to change on the fly. You got to it's tough to do.
But
It's tough to see results in the middle of the
that's
season.
where the best coach in the league comes in. That's what I'm here for, to make this shit happen.
But who Mike
Tomlin.
Tomlin?
He ain't doing anything
He's not an
offensively.
But he's not.
coordinator,
He
bro.
can't really
I'm not
affect
saying he's
them.
an offensive coordinator, but you were talking about the adjustment on the fly.
Yeah.
We always talk about him being a leader of men. He's going to make sure that this adjustment period goes smoothly. That's his job. That's what he do. He's the CEO, and he's the best at it in the league. So if we're talking about making a mid-season change, I would rather have any other coach at the helm to do it.
It's just tough still for those men to make that adjustment because
Okay.
you got to get out there.
That's
Are
what
we
they get
talking a
paid
new
for.
scheme, or we talking about implementing a whole new playbook, or we
Yes.
just talking about the change in
No,
philosophy?
probably just changing some schemes. I don't think they're going to throw a whole playbook out. They're going to have someone who's familiar with the terminology. Probably the quarterback's coach or something like that will move up. I just think the scheme that Matt Canada ran and how his offense was looking on the field, it was him. It wasn't, as we just sit here and said, they had all the tools. Now it's going to be someone that comes in we think a better scheme, and Mike Tomlin's going to make sure that they can adjust to it.
So how much was on Kenny Pickett not being the guy to do it? Because a lot of times coordinators' hands are tied.
It
If I
may
got a
have been.
quarterback I don't believe in, how can I expect him to? How can I give him more weapons and more things to work with and tools when he's not the guy?
And let me add this, and I just saw this from Cam Hayward. And maybe we can read between the lines. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something isn't. But he said, only time will tell. I think when you look at the situation, it comes down to execution first. Any person who thinks just firing an OC and you're automatically going to get 10 times better, you're sadly mistaken in our game.
That's it.
It comes down to execution at a high level. It comes down to everybody being in one accord, and so we'll see. This week will prove a lot, but more weeks after that, we'll keep pushing forward.
Sounds like Kenny Pickett, not a leader of men.
That's it. And that's tough when your own teammates, to me, that says, I don't know, we got to see. That ain't saying I got complete confidence in my
said that?
quarterback.
Who was that?
Cam Hayward.
Cam Hayward.
And that's one of the leaders on that squad. You know what that sound like? When the 49ers were trying to believe in Trey Lance. Right? And when Brock Purdy came around, it was like, hey, no, he this is the guy. The other guy, I don't know. And that's that. When I read between the lines, what Ken Hayward said right there, Ken, in my opinion, it's him saying that the guy that we're supposed to believe in, I don't know if he can execute at the high level that we need that position to execute at.
Correct.
Yeah, so, okay, well.
Kenny Pickett. You sound just like Nick with Mitch Trubisky a couple years ago, bro.
No.
Oh, my God.
Damn, I remember that. That was crazy, bro.
Mitch went to 2 play. He took the Bears to the playoffs.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you the same way I asked what I already
I'm not
asked
saying I
you.
don't think Mr. Trubisky's good though, but
I
he did
feel
take
you.
the Bears to the playoff twice.
Look,
Some Justin
I
Fields.
think he
hasn't
went
done.
with him to the playoffs. I don't know if he took him.
yeah,
He was the
exactly.
quarterback. I agree with
He
you.
was
there.
on the bus.
Before we jump into this basketball question, I wanted to
NBA started.
toss this out to you guys. First of all, the Detroit Lions spiked Shelton. That was a hell of a comeback win, wasn't it?
It was.
It was. I was
8-2.
watching that.
It was.
That was
It
kind of
was.
crazy.
Yeah, y'all still on the fence?
About Justin Fields?
No, I'm talking about these Lions, bro. I'm talking about these Lions,
Yeah,
man.
I'm still on the fence though.
Because they
I'm
lost
still
that
on the
game.
fence.
The Bears. When we talk about teams winning and losing games, the Bears lost that game.
So look, this
They
is
were beat.
This is the definition of what a bad team and what a good team looks like. Bad teams lose games like this. This is why they have a losing record. This is a game you're supposed to win against a divisional opponent, and you lost the game. Good teams take away games. They stay in it. They believe. They keep crawling. They keep gnawing. And at the end of the day, they win the game. So to me, this is a tale of a good team and a bad team. The Lions are a good team. Are they world beaters? Are they the NFC favorite? No. But they definitely going to make the playoffs, and they definitely going to scare somebody in that first round. Beyond that, hey.
You said scare?
I think like
You say win.
I said scared.
Yeah.
Because it depends on the matchup.
Right.
But it's just like the Giants of last year. You know what I'm saying? They overachieve, and I don't think the Lions are overachieving. They just finally starting to build on the foundation that
them kneecaps. What do you say? You gonna bite knees?
Yeah, he
kneecaps.
bites some kneecaps right
He
now.
bites some knees, people.
Yeah, he is definitely
chewing,
biting
bro.
some kneecaps.
I believe in the Lions when they play us in about 2 weeks. If they can beat the Cowboys, then I will.
That's their first real test on that schedule, isn't it?
I'll
think
come back in here and
this
say I
Green Bay
believe
game
them.
gonna be kind of tough.
It's a division game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are always tough.
Jordan Love is up and down though. He has so before we get into the basketball, like Jordan Love, like that's a quarterback. Give me another year with him because he showed.
What the hell is Jordan Love done to Kenny Pickett?
He showed flashes.
He showed
flashes.
He had a good game.
I'm with you, bro.
What?
Would you rather have Kenny Pickett?
They the same.
Hell no. Hell
It's the
no.
same
They're not in the same
thing.
category.
Yeah, Pickett may be better.
No, Jordan Love has a bigger arm. He's a bigger player. He's flashed more and more consistent than Kenny Pickett.
He had a really good game Sunday. I'll give him that.
He's flashed consistently bad.
No,
He's had some moments that are pretty big.
We talking about a quarterback that was on a division-leading team just a week ago and a quarterback that had 2 wins. And you're telling me, I've seen him with flashes, and now he ain't been good, bro. Like, he's had flashes. That's the right terminology.
That's the best
But
thing
you
to say.
can't just come off a segment and saying Kenny Pickett don't show y'all anything, and this team was leading the division. Jordan Love is adding nothing to the factors.
First of all, you
zero.
He won this game Sunday.
First of all, Spike, you
This is
said
the first time he done showed up all year then, if he did win the game.
It is.
Sunday.
Let's see if
Spike,
he
you
do twice.
said that the Steelers have the best head coach,
Yes.
right? So that's a check mark for the Steelers.
Okay.
Would you say the Steelers have a better defense?
Steelers are a better team. And if everything you're about to ask me, the Steelers are better, yes. Even including
All
quarterback.
right.
Including
no.
who plays the
Hell
quarterback.
Now, give me Jordan Love over Kenny Pickett any day.
I would take
They're
Jordan
the same player.
And
They're not.
He may not be much better, but he's better.
He's better.
I'll only take Jordan Love because he's black. If I had to choose, Spike, if I had to choose, I would go that way. But speaking of that, I want to ask y'all this because I was thinking about this, Spike. I want to see if you're gonna rock with me here.
Okay.
Because you know it's reloaded, right?
Yeah.
The man on reloaded.
Glock.
Yeah. Hey, he ain't earned the nickname yet. I'm not
Reloaded.
ready to give it back to him yet.
He did reload. He got more bullets in the chamber
But
now.
it's reloaded. So we're gonna see if he can fire. But I was thinking about this. I was thinking about Brock Purdy, bro. I think Brock Purdy is the white Jalen Hurts.
That's a good analogy. I see
I
where you're
think
going.
he, you know, because
He
when
on
you
a
think
really
about,
good team.
Yeah,
He'll do
You see
nothing to
where I'm
lose
going?
the game. I see
Yeah.
what you talking. I see the vision.
Yeah,
I see the
man.
vision.
I thought about this. I was like, man,
That's about right.
yeah, I think it's about right, bro.
I like that.
I think
I like that.
he's the equivalent of the white Jalen Hurts. He got everything around him.
Is he a
Everything you
leader?
need.
Yeah, the team loves him. That's one of the things Shelton likes, by the way.
That's it. Oh, y'all know
his
it.
character.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
character.
That was
man.
all when
This
Jalen
character
Hurts
that
was
Jalen Hurts
average,
got.
below average. That's all Shelton had to go
Y'all
to.
know it.
But yeah, the team loved him. Team loved him.
I see this. I see the vision. I think that's right. What you say,
Yeah.
Chef?
We can say that till he, he keeps winning. Hey, he keep winning.
No, that makes sense. I like it. That
Hey,
tracks.
man. Hey, you know.
Yeah, they both beat the hell out of the Cowboys. I tell you that.
They beat the hell out of us. Y'all did. Y'all barely beat us, nigga. Y'all barely beat us.
NBA, man. Let me just go through. Nick wanted to know who looks more watched the Clippers or the Warriors. I don't know if that's interesting. But what I will say is that I want to show Kevin the Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad we actually mentioned the Warriors because Shelton, and I want to give them some more time, but man, I remember they were supposed to be light years ahead.
They were.
I remember y'all. They used to come on here, bro, and they used to hype up Moody,
We did.
Kuminga, GP.
We did.
So Brinket having the second pick in the
GP still that guy.
draft.
That's definitely
Wise,
man.
GP still that guy. But
Ken,
Ken,
I used to tell them all the time,
Ken.
them motherfuckers ain't shit.
Ken, that was more. That's more on the Warriors mishandling their situation than it was what we were saying because they had it. They had it.
It sounded like y'all said the situation was made.
It should have been.
What happened?
Getting rid of Wiseman was to me. I would love to have been the fly on the wall in the room to see whose decision it was to get rid of Wiseman.
Is Wiseman hooping now in Detroit?
Yeah,
I'm asking. I don't know.
He's decent. He's decent. Right. He's another big body, and that's what they're missing. They have no size. Pause. They have none. So with that in mind, and the fact that Draymond's getting a little older, a lot older, and Looney is limited. Yep. You need as much size and
versatility,
depth, and versatility as you can get. 100%. And you had these older guys guiding him along. He had a whole year to sit in red shirt. Put him out there in the fire and let him play, and they would have been better. Moody is better than what he's not. He's better than where he came into the league at.
Didn't they need the assets they got back for Wiseman though to get to the finals?
Not necessarily.
They didn't.
Not necessarily.
Who did they get back for Wiseman?
GP and somebody else. And
GP was pretty vital in the playoff.
No, he is. But here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. We've never in the history of basketball seen dynasty. A dynasty, right? In the midst of their dynasty, have a secondary core that they're trying to bring on.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah. Because we've never seen that.
It didn't work.
And it didn't work. And
it wasn't working then either.
Partly the reason why dynasties have a run is because we know that it's veteran players that win championships. Most championship teams don't have more than 2 or 3 young players. And if they have 2 or 3 young, they're not getting minutes. They're not getting big minutes. They're only giving maybe one young guy minutes like that. Yeah. So for them to go through that transition and try to make that work, it just didn't. Yeah. But I also agree with Shelton where Wiseman was the one, if you wanted to get rid of Kuminga, I would have felt the type of way, but it is what it is. You want to get rid of Moody, I feel the type of way, it is what it is. But Wiseman is the one that has things you cannot teach. You can go get another 6'7", 6'8" wing that's athletic and try to bring him along, right? You can do that. You can even, to a degree, get another Jordan Poole. It's not like they drafted Jordan Poole in the lottery. They drafted Jordan Poole right before the second round. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those other guys are more expendable. It's taking those calculated risks. You know what? It's never been done. We have an opportunity. They fit our mold. They fit the mold of the guys that are ahead of them. They can teach them. We can grow them. So that way when Klay looks washed like he does now, he just had his first 20-point game of the whole season. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He looks bad. Mm-hmm. Now when Klay moves on and we don't re-sign Klay, now we got the next guy to step in. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, right? Like, I think Jordan Poole could have been that guy.
Draymond knocked the fight out of that second unit.
He did. Jordan Poole's ego and his mouth wrote checks he can't cash. But if he would have been humble, right now he would have became the budding star in the league. Bro, he averaged 18 points as a third or fourth option in Golden State, and he's averaging less as the number one option right now.
And he has the lowest plus-minus percentage in the league right now. Jordan Poole is trash.
Trash. So it shows you what the organization does for certain players because of the scheme and because Steph Curry is still Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. Let's not get that twisted. Steph Curry's 35 years old, looking like he's still 28. So it is what it is. Do the Warriors look washed to a degree? Yeah, because Draymond definitely looks older. Still the heart and soul. He's gonna take his cheap shots and shit. He's an old man. That's his old man game. Klay Thompson is done. Something Gilbert Arenas has said on his podcast, and I 100% agree with what he said. What has Klay Thompson done to get better year after year? He can't shoot. He can't create
that
his
was
own
the
shot.
only thing it was shooting and going off those screens.
Yeah, he was a great shooter. He was a 3-and-D guy.
And a defender.
He was the ultimate 3-and-D guy.
No, 100%. But he don't have no post game. He has size for a guard, for a perimeter player. He don't have no post game. He can't dominate a small guy if you put him on him. He can't do that. He can't score off the dribble. And I'm not saying become Steph Curry or become Jordan Poole. I'm not saying that. But it's like he's never added levels to his game.
I'd agree with that. At this point in his career, you would like to see him
something
in the post,
like that.
Like being in the post at this point, and he like 6'8".
Yeah, 6'7", 6'8".
I think Steph Curry on his way to the car wash, bro.
Steph
Steph
hurt
hurt.
this year, I think.
No, Steph the only one that's
He's playing
playing.
well, but I don't know Spike. I don't know.
Don't be Nick.
I don't know. I think
Don't be Nick.
I think he done went and got the keys, bro. I think opened that app and he when he warming up the car, bro. He just ain't pulled out the drive.
That's funny,
He
kid.
all right. He good.
Okay.
Chef, the chef is still cooking in the kitchen.
The chef is still.
You know
cooking.
who's looking great though. And we got to give him some love. We've been talking about LeBron playing great, putting up these numbers. I don't see people talking about KD like that, bro.
KD's playing really well.
You know why? Because nobody respects KD no more. Look at all these teams you done
That's
been at.
Crazy.
All these teams that you done been traded to, you forced your way out of for whatever reason, and then now you got Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Nah, bro, I don't respect
But they
that.
haven't been playing, and he's
I don't respect
been
that.
carrying that team.
Don't respect it. But win a championship. At this point in KD's career,
He's right.
is win a championship without Steph.
He's right.
That's it.
Bruh.
The regular season don't matter no
besides
more.
the fact, though, let's look. First of all, his guys have been hurt. Bradley Beal's been
Okay.
hurt. Devin Booker just finally came
UKD.
back. And shit. And LeBron's damn team were losing. But everybody talking about, oh man, look at LeBron and 40 years old. Look at all
Year
these
21,
numbers.
yeah.
Year 21. Look at the numbers. KD just
Okay.
put up. KD been balling. Why did he get
Number
love,
one,
bro?
he's not in year 21. Number two, again, nobody
He's
respects
still
KD.
old and he didn't even fuck up his leg.
But nobody respects KD because we seen you do this in the regular season. When it comes to the playoffs, don't choke free throws.
They talking about LeBron's regular season, who just choked the free throw and
because
just
he's
managed to hit the other one.
21 years in the game and averaging damn near 30. Can we never see nobody past year 20 average
Bro,
20?
KD this year is putting up 31, 7, and 5.
But we knew he had old man game. 5-6 years ago on Dead Sports, I was telling y'all niggas he got old man game. This does not shock me. KD to go out still averaging 20, 25.
So you think by the time he gets to whatever LeBron's age is,
Yeah.
that he ain't gonna be putting up 30, 75.
The dude is damn near 7 feet with a jumper up here. What do you mean?
Right.
He don't have. Look, Ken. The reason why I really love certain players, and KD's one of these guys, is that KD can score from anywhere on the court. He could shoot the 40 footer if he wanted to. He don't shoot as many as Dame and Steph, but if he wanted to, he could do that. He has pull-up game off the dribble. He can move without the ball. He has low post game. He has mid post game. He has face-up game. He has back to the basket game. He's 7 foot. He got Dirk fadeaway.
It's true.
So yes, he's always been extremely efficient. You know the one thing that never leaves you as a basketball player, I don't care, you 50 years old, you gonna shoot that ball. Del Curry right now, can shoot 40% from three, guaranteed. Del Curry. So KD is still going to average 20 plus. He's still going to be in the mid-20s, year 22, whatever, however long he want to play.
Right.
At this point in his career, Ken, it's no longer about the accolades. It's not about the MVPs, not how good you're doing, but win a championship without Steph.
How many years KD been in the league?
15?
When
been
did
that
he
long?
get drafted?
What about LeBron?
21.
21? LeBron been in the league 21 years?
KD been there longer than that, then.
He came in 2007.
So what is that? 07, 14, 16 years?
I just wanted to show the man some love, bro, because he,
No, I feel you.
Oh, he deserves it.
and nobody's really giving him props like that for what he's doing.
Hey, look, he balling, but win the championship.
Yeah, I think a lot of it though, Ken, goes to the fact that the team has not been playing the greatest.
Neither are the Lakers.
And that goes to show, like right now they would be in 7th place. The Lakers are 8 and 6. The Lakers are gonna get the pub anyway, and LeBron's gonna get it because
It's the Lakers.
because of how long he's been in the league. But KD has we've seen this movie before with him, and it's kind of like I think that people are just kind of like whatever, especially with the team not winning.
I'll put it to you like this, Ken. We've never seen somebody in year 21 do what LeBron's doing. We've seen KD do what he's doing. We've seen KD do that.
Are we going to see Zach LaVine get traded from the Bulls?
I hope so. I hope so because this is damn near a talent wasted. We're talking about a 25, 26 point a game scorer. And, you know, the Bulls. And here's the thing. The Bulls, was it last season or was it the season before when they put all of that together with Caruso and stuff? Was it last season before? So when they first put all of that together, I really liked it. They got off the gate strong. Lonzo got hurt. It just went to shit because they literally needed all of those pieces.
Yeah.
They needed Lonzo to orchestrate
That's the
it.
biggest thing.
And the defense that Lonzo brings to that team Once they lost that, they lost their identity, and they lost everybody's role changed. And I've always said Zach LaVine is a weapon you deploy, but it's not necessarily a cornerstone piece. Like, you don't necessarily build upon it. He's a guy that you add to, like, oh, we need more firepower. Like, you got Luka, he's like Kyrie. Like, you put Zach LaVine there, it's damn near the same thing. He needs to go to the Lakers. Obviously, he's from LA. The Lakers are devoid of shooting. I don't understand who's the guy that they got from the Miami Heat in the offseason?
Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent. Where the hell is Gabe Vincent?
I think he's hurt.
He got hurt now, but still, even
before he got hurt, nothing.
Yeah.
None of
That's
these.
what Sheldon said.
None of these guys have been able to step up. Even Austin Reeves.
Or Taurean Prince.
None of them. None of them. And AD, don't even get me started on AD. But none of these guys have been able to really play to their level. Now, I don't know if you trade Zach LaVine over there, if it happens to him too. I don't know. But here's the thing that we do know. His history said that he's a 20-plus point scorer everywhere he's gone.
That shit will not work in LA, bro.
Why not?
I want it with the Knicks.
He gonna
With the
look
Knicks?
like garbage.
Why wouldn't he go to Golden State?
What? Huh?
Golden State can't get him?
I think Golden State is so thin that they're not. Yeah, like what are they going to give up? Because if I'm Chicago, I don't want no Klay Thompson. I'm not paying him because he's a free agent to be. I'm not paying that man. So I'm going to give him my best player, and not get nothing in return.
Clay,
and then you're
Clay an expiring contract.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
So that would be the value. I get an expiring contract.
But you're not a free agent destination. What you got to sell somebody on? Because if they get rid of Zach, you got to get rid of DeMar. DeMar not going to stay. So what else do you have on that team? Vucevic, you think Vucevic go, hey, Vucevic be like, hey, I'm out too. So yeah, I don't know. Now here's the thing. The Bulls are in a situation where you're going to take bad contracts back. You know what I'm saying? Like, teams are going to dump bad contracts.
But they're trying to dump Caruso too.
Yeah, they're trying to blow it up. They're trying to blow it up. Lonzo Ball's injury derailed what the Bulls could have been. Now, I'm not saying they're a championship contender, but they would have definitely been a playoff team and, challenged the likes of the Bostons, not this Boston, but Boston 2 years ago.
They were building it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Phillies, like all of those teams, they would have challenged those teams, but now it's lost cause.
I got an NBA question.
What's up?
Where's Scoot Henderson at?
He is struggling, man.
Yeah,
He's struggling.
He's been injured.
He in the G League.
He hurt.
Yeah,
bro.
he was hurt. He's coming back from injury. They wanted him to work his way back into shape and get back on the squad. But
That Mays guy looking
you're
better
right.
than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
But he ain't Scoot. He just distribute the
But
ball.
these rookies
Y'all get
overall are
schooled
balling,
sometime,
though.
man.
Yeah, I seen Miller was been balling, Chet been balling, Wemby, of course, been balling.
Brandon Miller, now that he's in the starting lineup,
What's the kid about you?
Said Chet.
Chet.
We had that
Chet
one
been
good
balling,
game,
man.
bro, man. Because he hit
balling,
that
kid.
3, bro.
People say he the second coming, Ken. He gonna be the next great white hype. Yeah, I haven't seen him everywhere.
I think he is the next great white hype. But here,
No, I said dude from Duke. Connor, what's that boy name?
Flag?
Yeah, Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag. Yeah. No, he got
some
game.
highlights. I seen
He
some
got game.
highlights.
He up there, bro.
The thing I do like about Chet, Ken, is this, right? And I'm projecting down the road. But obviously, Wemby is going to play French national basketball. Chet is going to be on that team because we ain't got nobody to compete with that. And Chet is the closest thing.
He really is.
Chet is the closest thing. And to me, Wemby is better. The number, if you literally look at it side by side, numbers are very similar. But you watch their game, Wemby is way more aggressive.
Didn't Wemby struggle against Chet, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut him down, bro.
They're very close
Let
to
that
the
white
same
boy do
thing.
you like that, bro?
I mean,
He is
It's just
French.
Wemby's a bit more fluid.
I guess it does some of
He's more fluid. But if we're talking about height and skill, bro, Chet is going to be America's version of Wemby.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to give Russell Westbrook, because everybody jump on Russ a lot whenever they get a chance. Shout out to him for going to time.
Ultimate
like,
teammate.
bro, I want to come off the bench, to make this thing work, man. People used to call him selfish and this, that, and the other. I'm low key pulling for the Clippers, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing Russ get a ring.
And
Fuck James
they've
Harden.
been,
I'm good.
I've heard you say that before. They've been winning since he went to the bench too. They wanted so
Too many guys.
Yeah.
Look, Gilbert Arenas also talked about this. Talking about 4 guys in their career that have averaged 30. Bro, how do you massage that? How do you make that work?
And they all handle the ball.
And they all handle the ball. They're all best with the ball in their hand. You got 4 of them, and then you got one that has definitely declined, but says he's the system. With Russ going to Ty Lue and saying, "Let me come off the bench," what that tells me is that James Harden is delusional. James Harden is delusional because at this point in their career, Russell Westbrook is more valuable to that starting lineup than James Harden is. But because Russell Westbrook is a leader and he's the ultimate team player, because you listen to former teammates, especially like Bradley Beal. Listen to Bradley Beal talk, glowing. Nobody has nothing bad to say outside of the Lakers.
Yeah.
But you look at what Russell Westbrook has done going to Ty Lue, what that tells me is that team is not going to win because James Harden is delusional. And he's going to be out the league.
If I was on that team and I was Russ, I would have wanted to come off the bench. Give me the second unit where I can go out here and be me and run free and do what I want to do. Still going to get my points. I'm still going to be in the game in the fourth. But I don't have to share minutes and risk losing out on my field of the game because I'm not touching the ball in the first quarter. That messes you up for the rest of the game. Like, y'all have it, man. Y'all go ahead and battle over the ball. I'm going to be with the second unit, and I'm going to get my shots up.
But to me, I liked how Russell Westbrook looked with PG and Kawhi, though.
I do too.
And that's why I'm saying that James Harden is delusional because realistically, from a basketball perspective, in my opinion, James Harden should be the one coming off the bench.
He should be the one with the second unit with the ball in his hands.
With the ball in his hand. Hey, you stand there, you stand there, you stand there, you stand there, and I'm going to go to work.
I agree.
Russell is not that player no more. Russell, once upon a time, Russ, I just saw a compilation that somebody put together and said this used to be the most unguardable mid-range jumper in the game. Remember when you used to have the little bunny hopping and pull up and everybody grill? He don't got it no more. I don't know what happened. That Russell Westbrook, different Russ. This Russ is more of a distributor, push the pace, leader on the court because Kawhi and PG can kind of get lost at times. And Russ kind of orchestrates everything. And Ty Lue said it. We finally got our leader. They've been had Kawhi and PG. Those guys are lead by example. Both of those guys quiet. Russ said, "Hey, bro, come on, pick it up." James Harden is not that. James should be coming off the bench.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show him some love. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to hand this over to Spike for our weekly picks. But while he's pulling that up, I just want to say, man, we didn't get into any Philly talk. But we're going to talk about a process.
Philly who?
The Sixers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a process.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said they need to trust the process. And that was Dion. That process ain't looking good, bro. They got blown out by a sorry-ass Washington State team. This team just can't win a game. 3-0, got black folks out here looking crazy. They spent all this. What did he say today?
He said if you're coming to Colorado to get a bag, go somewhere else because we ain't taking players. We ain't making no money bag yours. You got to come here and want to play football, and you got to come here and want to get your degree and want to go to Colorado. But if you come here to make money and get rich, go somewhere else.
Wasn't that his son doing this?
Every game.
What? When they doing all that?
Even when they was down.
Didn't he say he was bringing Louis Vuitton? Did that shit get stolen? Because it must have got stolen after they won their first 3 games.
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad about that.
Or it was fake. I think it probably was counterfeit. Man, that's maybe what it was. But how you gonna say that now? See, Dion got a problem because these players were going because of that.
The bag, yeah.
They were going because they could get money and they get publicity. But here's the thing. They only like you when you're winning.
That's it.
Them celebrities ain't gonna go there and you losing games like this, bro.
I ain't seen Offset on the sideline since week 3.
Offset is off somewhere else, bro.
He's off the set.
He is out of here. Dion, my thing is, I got my issue with Dion. This wasn't the year. Theoretically, they should have only added one more win. They came back and won 2 games. Shadur looking like he's damn mediocre. He quit on the team last. He didn't get hurt. He just quit. He ran out on the plug.
I don't blame him, but
twice.
He been getting dusted.
Yeah, but nah, man, and then now you got to get guys. Like you got this quarterback, but now players are like, man, I don't even know he's gonna be there. They saying this about Dion. And when Dion was asked about it, he didn't even give a direct answer, which is so Dion. So that recruiting process is going to look bad. So everything people have been saying about Deion, bro, they all hit, man. They looking great. Black Twitter ain't been the same, bro. All I see are excuses. Excuses. Oh,
People don't even know what Colorado play no more.
Bro.
People was up to 3 o'clock in the morning watching the games in week 1.
Bro,
3 o'clock in the morning
I
watching
was
football.
too. They were. When was the last time you stayed up, Shelton?
Now you like, oh, Colorado play?
That game when that first one when they who was it came back and beat
The
them?
late game when
Stanford.
Stanford.
That Stanford game. That was the last one.
I'm out.
Yeah, that's
I couldn't believe my eyes.
You stuck
I'm like,
around longer
man.
than I did.
Bro, it's bad, bro.
I was watching that in disbelief. I was like, man, what's going on? What happened?
But Deion, hey, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna answer you. Deion knew what was up because he started complaining about those Friday games early, even though they had been winning those games. He was like, man, it's crazy y'all got us playing on Friday night. He was like, what is this? I don't know what's going on. He knew because he knew his team want to be out partying and shit. And not care. These guys don't care about football, bro.
No, they don't.
They don't give a damn about football, and that's all because of Deion. Deion instilled that culture.
They don't.
So yeah, man, that's Deion's process. So we'll see.
He'll be fine.
I just want to see how it looks in year 2, 3, and 4.
That's something back, but he'll be fine.
3-year process, right, Givo?
Oh, well, he'll be fine wherever he at next year. I don't know if it'll be Colorado. Wherever he at next year,
we
gonna be good. Texas A&M calling him right now.
To me, do y'all really think he's gonna jump schools like that?
Oh, I do.
Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
Deion has no faith in anything except Deion.
He has no ties. The only reason I think he would is because he don't like the cold at all.
Mm-hmm. He really don't like the cold.
He can't stand that. He faking it because he had the job. You got to fake it till you make it. And at this point, he want to get as far away from Colorado as possible if he can. He want to bring it back closer to this side, the East Coast, or some warm weather, even if he in Cali or somewhere. But he ain't trying to stay out there. He want to come back to the SEC.
College Station ain't that cold.
Yeah, his biggest issue are his boys because he can't leave and take them with him because they have to sit out a year.
Yeah,
if I read that correctly.
I thought you could play now. Next
year. They've already transferred.
You already did it once. You can't do it twice.
Yeah, you can't do it twice.
Can't do it back to back.
So he has to stay there another year if he want to get to the NFL.
So that's the reason why I don't think he's going to leave, personally.
Right.
Not next year, but the year after that, bro.
But anything's fair game once Shadour's in the NFL.
Yeah.
But the thing is I don't think he's leaving his boys. I definitely think he wants to see them through. And then I think next year is going to be a better year. Because even if some people...
You think so?
Yeah. Because you don't...
No, I said it has to.
Yeah, it has to. Because here's the thing, Ken. I'm not saying that they're going to be like national champions next year. I'm not saying that. But they should win their division. They should win their conference. And they should be close to a playoff team. Reason being is, let's be honest, from the weaponry standpoint, they're fine. They're soft up front. Look, They
need an O-line and they need a defensive line.
I'm not saying, I didn't say elite outside.
Definitely. They need that.
They're
But they got
good
talent.
enough.
They got talent.
Exactly. They're good enough on the perimeter to make shit happen. Bro, I've never seen a quarterback take the amount of hits
That's
that
Deion's guys.
have.
He brought him there.
But I'm sure he's already adjusting that, and that part is already in the works.
Yes. Look, if nothing else changes, it got to be the O-line. Even if the D-line don't change, that O-line has to change.
Yeah, my biggest fear is those guys get the Angel Reese curse, boy. If you get the Angel Reese curse, it's over with.
And they seem like they had it.
Can you go pro early in the WNBA?
Yeah.
She should have just left.
Yeah, she should have. Well, the thing about
she makes
more money.
hold
on.
She make more money.
I didn't mean to jump on the subject. I'm sorry about that, but we're talking about Angel Reese. If y'all ain't read the stories, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Some infighting on the team.
Yeah, it got to her head.
The moms are fighting.
Yeah.
Her grades dropped. She dropped down to a 2.0, so she's definitely suspended.
That's plummeted.
Well, she be on social media dancing and shit.
And it's bad.
I'm gonna say she's already rich now. Like, I don't even understand
team.
what they were expecting. Like, yes, this is gonna happen with NIL. Like, this is gonna continue to happen. It ain't just Angel Reese. I wouldn't want to jump or pile on her. She's a kid. I think that what the NCAA will have to take a look at is, this is gonna happen. People are gonna get famous. They're gonna stop going to school. Yeah. They're not gonna care if they play. Like, I got my check already. So
school is the last thing. And she didn't post up all summer. She has not done one dribbling of basketball yet. And there's no need.
It's the same thing that Deion talked about a couple weeks ago when he was like, look, we have all of these dudes basically making NFL money, but our staff is literally less than half of an NFL staff. But you want me to control these 17, 18, 19-year-olds?
Making hundreds of thousands of dollars?
I do.
With millions.
I do. Because
that's not easy, Ken.
That's your job.
Shit, that's not easy.
It's not easy, but it's possible.
Because I don't have the staff. They need the staff. You need a staff to handle that. Because look, it's one thing to talk to a 25, 26-year-old that's a multimillionaire. We talking 19, 20?
Angel Reese has a 1.7 GPA.
Yes.
Man,
My son can do that right now.
But no, she don't. That's just people believe. People threw that rumor out there.
Well, they said it was a 2.0.
Yeah,
They said it was a 2.0.
And the thing about
and that's
it
the
is-
reason why she's suspended off the team.
So her mom,
He stood up.
Flau'jae's mom
I missed the whole
threw
story.
that out there, is what it was.
She threw it. It's not true. Just
Yeah.
like they said on ESPN that if it was true, she played until halftime, and then but it's internal something that we don't know about.
Because she
Correct.
probably
Something-
correct. Because
Correct.
she probably couldn't do the math.
Well,
right.
you can play the whole first semester though, and that's true. Yeah, she could do that. In basketball, you can play the first semester. Now after Christmas, it's over with. Because they're gonna check grades at Christmas time. They're gonna check grades at that point, and if you ain't made it, you're not playing second semester. I went to HBCU, so I saw it with some players. That happens. And
So what have they said what would be the issue of why she's not playing then?
I don't know what it could be. I know that first game they struggled horribly.
So
and
she's
then-
not injured, right?
No, and then she took what happened. The reason why they pulled her out of that one game is she shot a 3, and it was just an ill-timed shot, just doing some stuff.
Oh, she beefing with this white lady.
She
That
she
coach.
set her down.
That
Coach
coach
set her
is a
down
damn
for like a quarter
Nazi.
and a half, and then she put it back in there. And anything could have happened behind the scenes. You're right, Jalen. At that point, anything could have been going on, and so that's probably what it was. But the parents got into it. Like I said, that's when it got messy. The parents got into it, and they start having words online, which should never went that far. And next thing you know, she's not playing.
This is partly Black Twitter fault. All these black people, after the whole thing went down with Caitlyn, it's almost damn near like Dion again. You know, built her up, bro. And,
They did. They built her up to her
and
right
now we can't even defend her, you know, because she don't know how to handle success. Jesus Christ. Man,
Suffering from success. They got the DJ Khaled flu.
what we got, Spike?
All right, man, we got the picks of the week as of last weekend. You are still in the lead. 26 and 19. Nick, these numbers may be doctored.
They doctored.
Nick jumped up to second place since
Hell
he hasn't
no.
been here.
They
I
doctored.
don't know what happened.
Well, Nick had a good
Nick
week,
still
though.
keeps the tallies here, so I feel like he probably can cheat better since he's not here and if that's have to come and face us. So, per these numbers, Nick is number 2 at 23 and 22. Shelton, Shelton is number 2 at 24 and 21.
Yeah.
Then Nick at 23 and 22, and FIFO, you're 21 and 20 because they're still missing 4 of your picks, and I'm 21 and 24.
I was on the hill on a couple of these picks by myself.
I had a terrible week last week. I only got one right.
Yeah, I was on the hill on a couple of them games by myself. In one game, we all missed the Chargers Green Bay game. All of us.
No, I
missed
picked
that.
Green Bay.
You switched it. You did switch it at the
I
end.
picked Green Bay. No, I picked Green Bay. I sent it
No,
in.
you
picked
switched.
Green
No, I'm saying you switched it because you was like, we all picked the Chargers. I went back and watched it for that, just see, like, because sometimes I forget what we picked. But you said everybody picked the Chargers. You was like, nah, I'm Green Bay.
Brandon Staley's borderline.
Awful.
Yeah, no, he's done.
Awful.
I said, I need
He got Asperger's. What's something wrong with him? He on the spectrum. What they say, the spectrum?
Hey, man,
He on the spectrum.
Kid, man, Spike done put somebody on cocaine 1 week. Now he done put somebody on spectrum.
He got it.
Oh my God.
That's the only excuse.
right wing Lou right
That's
there,
the
bro.
only
Man,
excuse you can have, bro, for doing this
Lou
with that
been
team that
killing
he
them,
got,
bro.
man. All right, man. Week 11 picks. Excuse me, week 12 picks. First, we have Denver versus Houston. Sheldon, I'll start with you. Who you got?
Give me Houston, bro. Give me Houston. I think that they're gonna come through. They've been playing well. I don't see that stopping now. They got momentum, and they're in Houston, right?
It's in
Denver
Houston.
playing well too.
They are. They just on the road, and once again, you know, you get the young guys with that. It's gonna be tough to slow. Even though they had a tough game last week, that builds character too. That's important.
Ken, who you got?
I think I went Houston on this one. Let me pull up my picks.
Forgetting your picks too. I be forgetting.
Yeah.
This week of picks ain't gonna change our record much.
We all picked the same things.
Yeah, chalk niggas.
Damn. I thought Houston was going. It would have been going against Ukraine. To be honest,
because Agenda Nick put these games up. That's why. So some of these
Man,
picks
I'm
ain't
telling
hard.
you, bro. Yeah, I went with Houston. But I do have a question. If Bryce Young was on this Houston team, y'all think they'll still be 6-4?
Nope.
No,
Because he's trash, right?
no, he's just not. He's not developed fast enough.
He not CJ Stroud.
I'm gonna shoot him some bill.
Here we go.
I'm
See,
definitely
I knew it.
I'm shooting the bill, Ken.
I knew it. I
Ken, you
set
gotta
him up,
protect
bro.
the young black man.
I
Ken,
set him
come
up.
on
Nah,
now,
bro.
Ken, I expect you to do it more than anybody.
Bro, you know I hate any and everything with Alabama, bro. First
That's
and
what it is.
foremost.
That's what it
but
is.
I did like Bryce Young, but man, Alabama QBs just don't work out.
He
Mac
gonna
Jones,
be okay.
Jalen Hurts, Bryce Young.
true.
You know, who else we got? We can go down the list.
Real fragile, you know.
Tua was looking bad until he got saved by a coaching and better team. Yeah. Anyway, but I was just kind of curious because when I bring up Bryce Young as trash, when I watch him play, I'm like, this looks awful. Mm-hmm. All I keep saying is he don't have any weapons, he don't have this, he don't have that. So I'm like, okay, well, what if we do this imaginary thing where we switch teams? And y'all said no.
He would be better than he is in Carolina. For sure.
Yeah, he would be.
Because it's just a more stable environment. And once again, he would have more
Houston
weapons.
is a stable environment?
Yeah,
it is.
D'Amico has that thing turned around, bro.
They've been credited in their locker room all year.
Yes.
He's
That
the
team-
culture.
Yeah,
He's
that
leading
that
for coach of the
culture
year.
is
Yeah.
He's leading for coach of the year.
something
100%.
totally different. They believe. And you got Tank Dell looking like a top flight receiver out there. You got Nico Collins playing well.
Right.
These
Nobody
guys-
know any of these guys. Noah Brown.
Right. Noah Brown playing good. Woods. These guys are making plays. And the thing of it is, they're better than what? In Carolina, he got Adam Thielen. That's it. That's his one and only target. Adam Thielen getting 8 targets, 9, 10 targets a game, that's a problem.
That is because he's not a number one. He's a number two. He's clearly a number two.
He's not even a number 2 at this point. And he is, but he isn't. What I mean by that is
I
even in when they let him go in Minnesota, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't good enough to be the number 2 in Minnesota at this point.
But he's a number 2 on a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
So that's why,
For sure.
for Carolina, that's a good number 2.
Yeah.
They still need a number 1. Though.
Yes. And he's a declining number 2. He should be a guy that
Next year he might be,
Well, should be.
Should
but
be
if
in the
he's in
league.
Carolina and they ain't done no better than what they've been doing so far, he'll still be in that one role.
You know what needs to happen? Kansas City need to go give up a 5th round pick and go get Adam Thielen.
Now in Kansas City, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
It
That would be a good pickup.
Because I'm telling you, he gets
open.
He gets about 9, 10 targets a game, and he makes the plays. He makes the catches.
Got hands.
What happened to the white boy that was in L.A.? Fell off the face of the earth. What Cooper Kupp?
He been hurt.
Oh, he hurt.
And he
Well,
just got
he's-
re-hurt this last
Cost
game
me
too.
a damn fantasy matchup, bro. I saw he only had 1 catch. I was
Yeah.
out.
Cooper has.
Raised.
Boy, is it
He was
hamstring
the best
again?
receiver in the
It was
league 2 years ago.
hamstring
Let the
earlier
white
on.
boy
He was
do
his
it.
ankle.
I was
this
kind
last
of
game.
iffy on that.
Yeah.
But they almost
knew
convinced
it
me.
wouldn't
They
last.
kind of convinced me that he was the best.
He is that guy
In the league.
but he's been hurt.
Oh, he the best
I didn't say
in the
the
league.
best.
No, he the best in the
A
league.
couple of years ago, that's
He's
what
just
people were saying.
he was elite at one point, but that's
He
downhill
was the best
fast.
at one point. The Super Bowl year. He
was
was
elite.
arguably the best wide receiver in the
Yeah,
league.
he was super elite.
I ain't want to believe, but I think
I
I came
didn't
on
either.
But
board.
shit, Puka Nacua done took his spot.
Yeah, Puka the best on the team now. At this point. Puka Matata.
People, who's your pick for Denver
We
Houston?
got a problem. We got a
Texans,
problem with this
Texans,
matchup. They playing Jacksonville. Nick done screwed up.
Wait, what?
Yep. They're not playing Denver.
So Nick over here skewing the numbers.
Yep.
Man.
He hates
So
Trevor
we can
Lawrence
just take
so
off
much.
that last.
He hates Trevor
pick,
Lawrence
man.
so much that he don't even.
Well, we got to check these other picks. Let me make sure they're all right.
Nick being Nick. Nick don't even know who he
None
is.
of these are right.
Really?
Wow.
Because I didn't even look at it. I just
Me
Yeah, I
either.
just
I
went by
usually
what
do.
he sent.
Because Green Bay actually plays Detroit,
yes.
not San Francisco.
Must have been the holidays that threw him off.
Wow.
Yeah, he's looking at next week.
Yep.
He was looking at week 13. This week 12.
I was wondering why nobody was talking about San Fran and Philly. I ain't nobody talking about San Fran. I would be like, damn.
Dang, man.
Oh yeah, because I should have known better. Because we play on damn Thanksgiving, and I didn't even. Yes. So it's 3 Thursday games, a Friday game. It's a Black Friday game, And then Sunday schedule as usual. How do y'all want to do? Y'all want to pick some on the fly or what?
Yeah, we can pick them on the fly.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
What you see on there you like?
Let's do a Thanksgiving Day game.
Okay.
Just a Thanksgiving Day picks. Just all of them from Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Okay. First one, Green Bay at Detroit.
Give me Detroit.
Detroit.
You know, I'm Detroit, baby.
Give me
I
Green
got
Bay.
Green Bay. Me and Sheldon, I got Green Bay.
Like you already know.
Green Bay.
Nick, we're going to have to text these in.
Yeah, give me
We're
Green
going to
Bay.
have to tell him to pick.
Yeah, he
We're
got
gonna
to pick
text these in.
his.
All right. Next, my Cowboys, Washington going to Dallas. I got Dallas.
I got Dallas.
I don't know why you.
Come back to me on that one.
Oh, please. Who you got, Ken? Oh, God, please. Get out of here.
Block Howell.
Block Howell.
Pistol Howell. Hey. Well, they gonna be ready, what? Hey, what?
It's in Dallas, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
It's a trap game, though.
It is.
'Cause we
It
play
is. I'm trying to tell you.
Big game with Detroit next week. So, yeah, this is a trap game. Who you got, Sheldon? Dallas, Washington.
Not Washington.
Dallas, okay. The right pick. All right. The last game on Thanksgiving is the 49ers going to Seattle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is.
These are good games to pick.
Sure it is. I'm going to go with the 49ers. Who you got, Sheldon?
You said they're going to Seattle?
It's in Seattle.
49ers. I don't know if Geno's going to play.
He came back that game, didn't he?
They said that let me see. I think they said something about him not being out, just for y'all's FYI.
Who you got? Ken?
It's in Seattle.
In Seattle.
And they
At
lost.
night.
Your
On the
boy's out
road.
again, too.
Who?
Running back.
Christian McCaffrey?
No, Seattle's running back.
Oh, Kenneth
K9.
Walker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna see if he can actually fire the gun. Give me the knowledge.
Block.
It's time. You don't load the bullets. You gotta let them bitches fly.
FIFA, who you got?
49ers.
That was a tough loss by Seattle last week.
It was.
All right. Black Friday game we can skip. That's the Jets. Couple of good games we can go from for Sunday. I'll start with Philadelphia, Buffalo.
Wait, how many are we picking? We already did three.
We can just
So we
pick
can do
a couple
4.
more.
4? We usually do 4 or 5.
5.
All right. Philadelphia, Buffalo. Who
Philly.
you got? Buffalo?
Philly,
Okay.
easy.
Gotcha.
Easy money.
Philly.
Philly?
Philly.
Ken, who you got?
Going Buffalo.
I am too. Buffalo. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills.
I've been saying it all year now.
And then the last one.
Allen got something to prove, man. They got to get back on track. This is the one to do it.
What looks
It's on the
good?
road, though.
It is a trap game.
That's going to be tough.
Let's go Cleveland and Denver.
Ugh.
Really?
It's either that or Jacksonville, Houston.
I like
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville,
Houston.
Houston is better.
Okay.
That's tough.
That is tough. That's really tough.
That's for the division lead, or is it?
Yes.
Damn, Stroud versus Lawrence.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Are they in Houston?
It's at
Yeah,
Houston.
it's at Houston, bro.
Yeah.
Lawrence had something to say to Nick.
Yeah, he
He had like 4 touchdowns.
He watches the
and put up numbers on
He
the
watches
board
the
too.
show.
And tutties, like he like
Yeah,
tutties.
he like tutties.
So, as he like to call them. So he had 2 running, 2 rushing, and 2 passing.
Give me
300 yards passing,
Jacksonville.
I think.
You got Jacksonville,
Give me
FIFA?
Jacksonville.
Ken, who you got?
Born black, baby. Well, sort of. Give me Houston.
Coach Black. So
Oh man.
who you got?
Give me
Shelton.
Houston.
I'm gonna take CJ Stroud as well, man. I'm on the bandwagon now. That kid good. He's good.
FIFA, you might be alone with Sunshine this week.
Hey, you know what? I gotta make,
Gotta make some ground.
Make some
up.
ground up, and that was it. Those are the picks for the week. Appreciate you.
All right, God Trill, what you talking about, bro? We were early today. And on time. All right, let's get these super chats and we'll get out of here. Let's see. I think I shouted out Nico Dell as a new member.
Appreciate you, Nico Dale.
Thank
We
you,
them
sir.
boys said Kenneth Pickett going to get Mike Tomlin fired.
Nah.
It won't be Kenneth Pickett that do it. I think the only way he's gonna get fired, I think, like I was saying earlier, I think he's gonna end up leaving, or
They'll
these
make him
young
resign.
guys will come in and they just do things different than their daddy do. So that's what I'm thinking if anything happened. But he's been there a long time, and maybe he just get exhausted and be like, all right, I'm out. So and don't want to do this whole rebuild thing. So we'll see.
Someone said Angel Reese played on the USA team over the summer, so she was doing something.
Definitely wasn't studying.
Yeah.
Tracy G, give it up for all my Eagles dropping every Sunday we about to pull up. All right.
Hey, Tracy.
Boo. Tomato.
Nico Dale, I bet $70 to win $10 just to get some extra money for Monday Night Football. Settle under 60 points, minus 700, 13 points and a half. Finish with 62. What's y'all worst beat?
God.
Oh, gambling?
I don't gamble.
I don't either.
I can't think of a bad beat.
My worst beat. Shit, that happens all the time. Losing by 0.5. No, I lost by 0.01. I forgot who it was. Betting on Julius Randle.
Knicks guy.
Yeah,
No wonder.
yeah. I lost $75.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll get y'all in the chat.
But
in
that's
just a
about, it was about 0.1. Not 0.01, 0.1.
Tracy G, the Bears need to blow up the team defense and start over completely. Do the Bulls trade for Dame since Buck's not utilizing him right? Tracy G.
You can't even trade now. Yeah. Because he just got traded, right? Ain't that a rule?
Yeah, I think so.
And yes, the Bears
Nah.
do need to blow it up.
When you could technically trade Dame, but I think it's after a certain time because he just got traded. But he can't get traded. You can get traded twice in a season.
Okay, I got you, God Trill. Yeah, that was a random event that happened tonight. He normally don't say anything, but I got y'all. Shout out to Adrian Wells, member for 25 months. Man, salute to you, man. You gotta come on the show, man. One time we gotta holler at you, bro. I think Adrian
Appreciate you, Adrian.
Is Adrian a Cowboys fan?
Adrian Wells is a Cowboys fan. How about
Yeah,
the
I
Cowboys?
think
That's how
we
he started.
appreciate you.
He used to start the show every week with
Yep.
the Cowboys stuff.
We
Yep.
appreciate
Yep.
you, Adrian.
Appreciate you, Adrian.
First one before you got here, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he would talk about the Cowboys every week.
Yep. So we gotta have you on, bro. 25 months. Yeah, we need to holler at you.
Yeah, he's one of their 3 fans.
Tracy G, blah, blah, don't critique for the top NFL team. Jalen showed us that the Chiefs cheated in the Super Bowl, so now Leprechaun Patrick.
I love Tracy, bro. Tracy make my day.
Nah, Jalen.
like an Eagles fan.
He just blew that Super Bowl.
Fumble.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that.
He did. He lost that shit.
We're not gonna do that, guys.
CD, this might be the worst MVP race ever. I agree.
I agree too.
Who is it?
I agree too.
Pick somebody.
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
he
there's
keep
been-
winning, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he can make the playoffs, then he should be. So there's no. I think Jalen and Patrick Mahomes are tied for the lead. I think,
Yeah.
but no knock to them. They winning, but they're not. It's not MVP.
Yeah.
You know,
Ain't nobody
just
balling.
being honest, there's nobody that's balling out like that deserves MVP.
Yeah.
Every one of the ones that have played well have showed they laid some eggs.
The last honest. In your opinion, which commissioner has done more for their sport commercially on the field, court, Silver or Goodell? Man, I'll never pick Goodell, bro.
I was gonna say Silver.
Not after what Goodell has done.
through
Why you say
default.
Silver?
Just by default.
You just don't want to pick Goodell.
No.
Yeah, I'm with y'all.
I'll say Goodell.
Why you say Goodell?
The NFL is the biggest thing in America. And part of that has to do with him and what he did after Paul Tagliabue left. Like Goodell has grown. Goodell has grown this league to places we've had. The NFL even
Playing
though
as
it's
many
big-
games overseas, you mean?
No, not
do you
even that.
think-
Just like the NFL drives sports talk. Like you can talk about NFL and people will be interested 12 months out of the year.
True.
It's very rare for any other sport.
Because it's out of all of the major sports, it has the least amount of games.
Only playing 16 games is more important.
Exactly. And then also because of when they play. So they play in the weekend. Throughout the week, we're talking about what happened in that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Then there is a game in the middle of the middle of the week, Thursday game. So it gives you even more talk going into the weekend. Also, I think with Roger Goodell, what he had to his advantage is coming from Paul Tagliabue is the internet.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. When Paul Tagliabue was the fucking commissioner of the NFL, the internet and social media was not a thing. And just think about how many more revenue streams from selling your product. Now it's on YouTube TV, now it's on Sling, now it's here, now it's there.
Everywhere.
You know, it's not just the cable networks. You have so many other ways to generate revenue. So to me, I'm going to take Adam Silver only because it was a tougher job to do what he had to do versus, in my opinion, what Goodell had to do.
Stern, I thought he did a good job.
Stern set it up, but I think that Silver is knocking it out the park. And the other thing is this, I don't know if y'all saw, but I think they want to expand 2 or 3 more teams, like in the next 2 or 3 years. And I've been talking about expansion for years now.
Silver has been really innovative.
Seattle,
I like the
Vegas,
in-season.
and where the third team gonna go?
I don't remember.
I like the in-season tournament. I like the things
Orlando.
that Silver has done, though.
Another-
No.
You really are right when you're a little picking Goodell, bro.
I'm picking the NFL.
Yeah, okay. Wanted to point out real quick, Childish Hipster said, we tripping. Lamar has been balling, definitely playing better than Mahomes and Hurts. So I don't know if...
We'll see.
You can't say that because of the fact I Childish.
So it's 2 cities.
I get it. So Seattle and Vegas.
They need to move Memphis to the east.
Yeah, Lamar has had some awesome games, but like Spike says, fourth quarter Lamar at times is not existent. He let them teams come back in the games in a couple of those games, and he's laid a couple of eggs. He laid an egg against Indianapolis Colts with the backup QB, and I can't say he's played perfect either. He's played really well at times, but he's been mediocre at times as well.
This isn't as black and white as it seems, but it is an interesting comment nevertheless. Adam Silver gave Kyrie a 10-game suspension for tweeting a link. Meanwhile, Draymond only gets 5 for choking the dude out. So I thought that was interesting.
It's all about perception.
Yeah,
I know, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas is gonna fight, but them Jews, can't say nothing about them.
And trust me, that was bigger than Adam Silver.
Did y'all see Kyrie this week?
Yeah, with the
Yeah, that's bigger than Adam Silver.
He probably put that on because he thought it looked good.
Yeah, that's how. When I looked at it, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he probably think this looked cool.
This is
And
not-
then he fell into a political statement.
Yeah. Oh, this is fly, bro. This is fashion, man. High fashion shit. Check me out. Oh, wait, this meant something else?
Oh, there's Kyrie. There you go.
Hey, in terms of the
was
expansion,
fresh.
they said Adam Silver named 2 teams lost in Seattle. If they do add
it.
2 teams, move Memphis to the east and move Minnesota to the east, and then leave those 2
That's
over
it.
there.
And I guess that part because once again we know Vegas gonna get a team.
Oh,
no
yeah,
matter
yeah,
what.
yeah. Vegas
they got football. They just got the age from baseball, and now they're gonna get a basketball.
Yeah, they're gonna get a
team.
basketball
It's-
team.
Just a few more. Alex Hayes, why no one talking about Matt Nagy being the KC OC as a reason why the offense looks trash?
I have for the last 3 weeks.
Because the
mentioned
offense
it.
don't look trash.
You did
People ain't
mention
catching
that.
the ball.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not an
we've-
offensive scheme thing. That's people making plays.
The scheme part though, like I said, the scheme part that I don't get though is why they go away from the run.
From the
They're
run,
manning it.
100%.
But
Matt
other
Nagy's
than that,
trash.
they can't catch the ball
Yeah,
as
Matt
well.
Nagy's trash.
If they were catching these passes, we wouldn't have a conversation.
I put it to you like this: they have 26 drop passes after last night's game total for the season. If they would have had 18 drop passes for the season, they would have had that game won.
They won the game against Detroit.
They might have been undefeated right now
Yeah, they'd have beat Detroit.
with 8 less
That was a-
drops.
Yeah, that was a drop.
Because they
All
got
right. Well, they want y'all to catch more balls. Alex Hayes.
Jesus.
Hey,
Jalen even laughed. Jalen even laughed.
Steelers better get 400 total offensive yards or better after firing Canada next game, and Kenny got no excuses now to be at least decent.
It don't happen like
They
that.
might not get 40 yards.
That's not realistic. But gradually they should be better.
What should we expect from the first game?
It should look better.
Close to 300, at least 300.
Yeah,
It should
close to
look
300
better at least because
total.
it was hard to even watch
Wait, who
Steelers
they
games.
playing?
I hate watching Steelers
Yeah,
games,
because
bro.
I'm slow and
No, they
boring.
play-
I
they
think
playing,
maybe the Cardinals or something crazy.
No,
like that.
I think they're playing the Browns, aren't they?
Oh, they just played.
They just played the
Browns.
Browns.
They did. I'm sorry.
Like
They played
last week.
Cincinnati actually.
Oh, so they should win.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's-
he,
yeah.
I'm glad you picked the game because that would have been on the damn list.
It would have definitely
We
been
don't
on
need
the
to
list.
be
I'm
picking
so
no damn Cincy game again.
I know Joe Burrow is
Agenda
Especially
Nick.
he gone too, bro.
Not for the rest
No
of
one
the
cares
year.
about the Bengals. Nick gone.
Yeah, the rest
Burrow
of them,
gone.
You see what's done. Nick Bowser and Burrow said, "I'm right behind you, my boy."
They got lucky because this season wasn't looking good. I'm kind of lucky because I fuck with Burrow, so I don't want to see him go down like that. So now I got an excuse. Rob Costa, shout out to Jordan Love. He balled out this week. Okay, all right, that's cool. Show the brother some love.
Yeah.
Because he definitely been getting a pass, and we kind of jumped on.
Yeah, he been under the
So
radar.
he turned it
Well,
around.
This is his first year starting all the way. So
He been
what?
on the bench learning from A-Rod.
But Ken, there's only but so much that you can learn on the bench.
And
You got- you
A-Rod
need
wouldn't
the
even talk
bullets.
to him.
Yeah, you need
I
live
thought A-Rod
bullets.
was talking to him.
A-Rod wasn't doing nothing with him.
Racist.
He was more to this.
He took Zach
this-
Wilson under his
yeah,
wing,
Zach
though.
Wilson. He took him under his wing. White
And he
guy.
wouldn't talk to Jordan.
Yeah, he wouldn't even talk to Jordan Love. Not even conversation.
All right, two more. Wiseman averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds in Detroit. Damn.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Detroit's
the
terrible, though,
point
right?
about Wiseman is not how well he's playing. It's the fact that he didn't get a chance to develop under the guys he was with. That would have made a difference for him. He was scarred when he left there. Imagine being
Especially-
traded. So, no, he's not playing that well, but that doesn't mean he's not trash.
Especially-
he still would help that team.
You know, since they were light years away. This is for you, FIFO. FIFO, now that the Rockets are looking to make Sengun the main guy, are you ready to admit that K will be better than Jalen Green?
I always felt, look, I said as a GM, I would have taken Jalen Green because of the athletic ability. The basketball skill set, Kay Cunningham has more of the it because he could control tempo of the game. Jalen doesn't do that. Jalen just has upside because of the athletic ability, but Cade has more of the game that you want to build around. I think it's easy to say Cade would be better than Jalen right now based off of what we've seen. Jalen has not taken those steps that needs to be taken by year 2, right? Because he's what, second year now? You know what I'm saying?
Second year?
This is
Se-
Him or
third,
Jabari
right?
Smith, both
No,
of them
no,
look-
this is his third year.
Third year.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. So this is his third year. He's not taking any steps. What do I always say? 3 to 5. And this year, he looked like another guy. He don't look like the guy. He just looks like a guy. And yeah, Sengun, especially last night, that man
Yeah,
couldn't
third.
stop him. They couldn't stop him. And the thing I like about Sengun was his hands. I always talk about big men in their hands. How soft are their hands? Can they catch the ball? Can they make difficult catches when, point guard ain't gonna always throw a perfect pass. Like them bounce passes for a big man is hard to get. And how does he lay the ball? Like what's his touch around the basket? All of those things I love from him, and his footwork is impeccable.
He's a good passer, too.
And he's a good passer. But most big men that have soft hands like that and have touch around the basket can pass the ball.
Well, K needs to stay healthy.
He's
heard again?
Bro, them niggas. What's up? Hold on. What's up with the 2 and 12 or 2 and 14?
I tried to tell y'all that.
They lost
I
like
said
7
it.
straight,
I've been saying it the whole
my
time. Didn't I say it
God.
again?
I
this
don't
year?
get it. I don't get it.
I told you we put an emphasis so much on talent and what we know individual players are going to be, but you put that to
But then they just hired a new coach and make him the highest paid dude. Didn't they have it?
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams. But it's still more than that. It's more. You gotta
You need
have
veterans.
You gotta have vets.
If you're gonna win in the NBA, you're not gonna win with a young team.
I mean,
it takes time.
Yeah, and the roster is a mess. They got Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Killian Hayes still there. So they got all these pieces that are similar.
And like I've always said, when you draft that many pieces, everybody can't go.
No.
You know, shout out to Benny the Butcher. Like everybody can't go. You're
Right.
gonna have to trade some of those guys
Yeah.
for role guys.
They'll make some moves because they got
They have
Bagley,
to.
they got
Yeah.
Wiseman, they got
yeah.
Durant,
Yeah.
they got
Durant,
Thompson, bro.
Durant,
And-
they got a collective, a nice collective of pieces that they can move. They got to
draft
decide
picks.
who are the ones we want to keep and
Yep.
who are the
Who's
ones
the
we want to
core?
let go. Yeah.
To me, my opinion, Durant, K, Ivy, and the twin. The
I
rest
like
of them
that.
can go. Twin because he's a rookie and he shows
Yeah.
a lot of promise.
Yeah, sure. He plays defense, he rebounds, and I like him.
But the
I
rest of them
really
can
like
go.
him.
All of them bigs, the majority of them bigs, Wiseman, you can, send them somewhere else. I like him in Atlanta if he would have come to Atlanta. But yeah, the rest of them can go. But
But I
that's
said
core.
the same thing about Jalen Green too, though. Like a lot of these guys, man, they come in the league, they really don't know how to play basketball. They got talent, they got skills, and they can jump out the gym. Some of them can shoot, but you still got to learn the game. You got to know how to play the game, and there's so many facets to this game.
Yep.
I sent a video that Bernard King was talking about just one side of the ball, but he was talking about his scoring, and he said there's 9 spots on each side of the floor and 5 spots at the top. He said he has 9 spots that he can go to, and he has different ways to get there. And every way that you can counter him, he has a counter for it. So he talked about, he breaks down, his mind sees the floor differently than people. And I'm thinking like, dang, a lot of basketball players are that way. They think about, the great ones are. They see the game differently.
Yep.
Some of these young dudes just be like, I bust you, I
Yeah,
bust
yeah.
you up. It's
Give me the
more
rock.
than that. It's
more than that.
It's so much
It's
more.
more
And
than that.
what I saw in Jalen Green was not that. Like he's just not mature enough to do great things. So yeah, you would turn it over to Sengun or somebody that's showing the intelligence to move the ball in the proper way to get you the
to
victory.
play basketball.
Yeah.
Because the game of basketball is literally about passing, moving, getting the easiest shot. The way we teach basketball in America, like you said, I'm gonna bust your ass. I'm gonna take the toughest shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cross you. I'm gonna make you look bad to make me look good.
Right.
And basketball at the highest level, do you need some of that here and there? Of course. But if you're gonna win a championship, that's not championship level basketball. And not everybody has the green light to do that.
Right.
There's only 1 or maybe 2 guys that have the freedom to do what they want to do. Everybody else got to play a role.
Last one, shout out to Cam W. Said CP and Book had us believing Monty was a good coach. Damn. Damn.
Monty was a good coach.
he
Man. Come
is.
on, man. I like Monty.
Yeah, it's tough what he's dealing with right now.
But Monty always takes over reclamation projects. If you look, Phoenix was the only one that was kind of sort of ready to take the next step. And even when he got there, he got there when they drafted big man.
Oh, Ayton.
Aiden. Because when they drafted Booker, it was Earl Watson. He took from Earl Watson. So
Shout out to Earl.
Yeah, shout out to Earl. He told management once he saw Booker, and he's like, hey, bro, I know what you pay. Who's the guy that got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan and got messed up by Kyrie Irving? Brandon Knight.
Brandon Knight, yeah.
They paid Brandon Knight big money, and then they had another guard I can't think, and they drafted Bledsoe.
I remember that
They
team.
paid Brandon Knight and paid Bledsoe, and when they drafted Book, he told everybody, hey, I'm not starting them. This light-skinned guy right here,
All of them,
he the guy.
all the Kentucky guards, all 3 of them.
All these 2 guys right here, this is the guy. So, look, at the end of the day, basketball is a business, and that's the business. When you have $100 million invested into 2 guys and you draft a rookie, who's going to play? That's why they had to move one of them.
Right.
Because you can't put $100 million or $50 million on the bench.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you guys coming through, kicking with us. Make sure you guys let somebody know about the show.
Please.
We always welcome new voices. I've
Like,
seen some
comment, and
new
subscribe.
names. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I've seen a couple of new names in here. So that's dope. And we've been picking up subscribers, so we're glad you guys come through. So that's it. We'll catch you guys next week. We out. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, Lamar Jackson.
Happy Thanksgiving.